Oh man. Ugh. Stomach. Body fucked up. Yeah. Okay. Ah, goodness. Like I said, my stomach. Everything is dead. But hey, some of the shit here we're gonna cover and we're gonna get to. It has been a tough night here. But let's get into it.
Blueface just crashed out and went crazy after discovering his current girlfriend and baby mama's nasty secret.
Stop.
Who is this? Who the is this?
Past tense when I was working at fish factory, bro.
Past tense? How past?
Don't we know that the baby would have been here though? Like, be real. Like, why is my money? And they literally in my DM right now. Like, when the I ever mentioned
lied.
Lied about what?
When you said, oh, I didn't September, I was how I was there next.
But what's this right here?
What is what?
This message that you sent me right here.
What is what?
Oh no.
In August. In August.
Ooh.
Ooh, not in September. The baby would have been here. Ooh. But why does it matter? That's my head.
Oh, what the f you mean?
Oh my God. Are we?
August is 1 month before
You're
September.
stressing me out right now.
Alright, bro.
Don't talk to me like that. I don't have time.
No.
You got new tattoos?
Are you all?
Yeah, what's on toe? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I have my dealings. I have my cracked a few things. You know what I'm saying? I had a little fun time.
All right.
I mean,
Crack these eggs, bro. Crack these.
Two other men had already came out with receipts, pictures, and videos, and proof and receipts that they had already smashed her. Now, they smashed her while Blueface was in jail, but she told Blueface those two dudes are the last dudes that she been with. You know, he don't got nothing to worry about. The last guy she was with was in August while he was in jail. Blueface got out of jail in November, but him and her was still talking actively every day while he was in jail. So the last dude that she told Blueface she dealt with was back in August. However, you know, one of the dudes she dealt with, you know, who hadn't come out yet, he watched and seen the stream where she's telling Blueface, you know, she didn't sleep with anybody else after August, and he took offense to that.
I mean, y'all really think he believed her, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he believed her.
Now, when he dropped receipts, not only did he prove that he slept with her past August, but he also showed receipts of something much more scandalous than just sleeping with somebody. Something that he posted that was in those receipts is something that no man ever wants to see. This goes beyond just sleeping with somebody. It's about, can I trust you or not?
That's probably my baby. Nevaeh, listen, stop capping. Stop hitting the streams and lying and bringing me up and all this other shit. How you're like, oh, it was the Xanax. Well, how you gonna blame some Xanax on you? If you would have hit the internet and kept it real, I would have never said nothing. If you would have just been like, hey, it is what it is, and kept it as that, not, oh, it wasn't this month and it was that month. So, hey, listen, you saying you told me only in LA that's me and Blueface. So how the f is it?
Oh my God.
These other is coming out to Woodworks and you saying it's different guys and this and that. Apparently all of us was at the same time. Others coming out I didn't even know about. They even knew you saying they hit. So everybody need to get a DNA at this.
you talking about 3 too? Actually, I don't remember September. I was in it because it wasn't even in September.
All right, come on.
Before that.
The first receipt that he dropped is actually at the end of August, but he shows proof beyond August. But this receipt is beyond just her smashing this dude. She screenshotted a message that Blueface has sent her from prison. Now, the message that Blueface has sent her is Blueface telling her, why you give my coochie up? Just couldn't wait. So at some point, she was honest with Blueface and told Blueface, hey, I'm dealing with other people. Or maybe Blueface had suspicions and found out. But she screenshotted Blueface message, sent it to this local rapper in LA, to have the local rapper laugh at him. So the guy right is mine's down, question mark, LOL. To me, that's worse than 1,000 bodies, man. That's worse than 1,000 bodies, man. I'm pouring my heart out. Damn, babe, why you do that, babe? Nah, man, chill, babe, don't get my coochie up like that, babe. I'm in a jail cell. I'm fiending for your body. You gonna screenshot that, send it over to the dude before you go over and smash him? So now not only do he got the one up on me, he thinking about me being in a jail cell traumatized while he digging in your back. Nah.
That nigga was not thinking about that. What he said was, that nigga gonna know I was here. That's what the fuck was going on, bro. Stop it.
Man. Yo, I don't care if you smash. You do something like this, I could never talk to you again, bro. I could never have an interaction with you again if I see this. You had another man laughing at me, man, while I'm in jail, while he's still digging in your guts, and I'm begging you to stop? Man, all right, man. Man, all right, bro. Then he showed proof they actually slept together in September and that she lied to Blueface.
Hold on, let's pause this shit. He done supposedly finna get on my flight. Safe travels, love. Good morning, where you at? Looking for you. Okay, I can pull up on you. Yeah.
Now, as a woman, just watch this as a learning lesson. Bro, this ain't the old days, bro. These men ain't keeping it pee, bro. Not nowadays, man. So he showed messages where on September 5th, she wrote him, good morning, where you at? He says, looking for you. She says, okay, I can pull up on you. He says, so you gonna be with me all day or you gonna leave me early? LOL. She put, I'll be with you. He put, okay, so bring stuff for the pool and stuff to go somewhere later and stuff to sleep. She says, okay, LOL. So again, the last time, well, not even last time, but he cracked us September 5th. She says August was the last time she'd been with a dude, right? But it gets worse than this. This ain't even the worst of it. She told Blueface that the last dude she was with was in August. Obviously, we know that's a lie from these messages, but we don't know exactly how bad it is until now. So Blueface got out of jail November 3rd. Apparently, due to the conception window, I believe is like October 27th to like November 3rd. I'm not sure, right? But it's within those ranges. They supposedly conceived the baby when Blueface got out of jail on November 3rd. Well, another man just came out and dropped receipts that she was apparently with him like a week or a couple of days before she slept with Blueface.
Hold on, bro. What? Hold on. Bro, if you got this type of money, shouldn't niggas be like, I don't know, like, shouldn't they be more, what's the fucking word? Like, what do you say? Shouldn't we be more cautious? Like, you just choosing any girl out here who probably look bad in a day, but like, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, there's so much information on this TL right here. Hold up, y'all. Let's tap in. Wait a minute. At Blueface Baby, she blocked me because she terrified on my kids. I don't even play like this. So stop playing with me. I really handle shit. Call me so we can figure out who baby it is. Bro. Ain't this the second woman he done been with where he had to... Bro, if I see one more ad... Listen, you're getting the ads because I gotta get paid. Yeah, take the ad. Ass. Yeah. So this is crazy only because this is the second woman Blueface would have been with where basically he's trying to figure out if he's actually the dad. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what time. I don't even know when she was fucking with Blueface, but nonetheless, no matter what it is, this is nasty. Nigga, you gotta do better, bro. We gotta be checking on what the fuck we doing at a better rate, or who you dealing with, bro, because it's like, I get it, man. You want to be a hood ghetto nigga, even though your parents already came out and said that's not what it is, which is fine, I guess. But my guy, this is the second woman. You are, even if you are the lowest bottom of the celebrity tier list, nigga, you looking crazy as fuck right now. Like, what the fuck? And then this shit is even worse. You do know I had a period in November, right? How you get out? How can you get a period with me, then go get pregnant on your period with him? Wait a minute. You could definitely get pregnant. Right? Wait. I don't want to sound dumb as shit. Hold on. Somebody gonna have to tell me in the comments, bro, because during the period phase, right? Aren't you? I'm not a woman. Aren't you able to get pregnant more? I could be wrong, bro. All I know is during that time, you know what I'm saying? During a lot of times, I know afterwards they go through what is that shit called? The women are I got it, y'all. Hold on, it's on the tip of my tongue. Ovulating. Yeah. So after the period, there's the ovulation period. You know what I'm saying? Where that shit is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Hold on, bro. This shit crazy.
I don't even got nothing to say. You gonna leave me? Look, he just walks away.
Nah, it's crazy though, cause this is another nigga that she was with. We just saw one dude. This is a light skin. This is a Blueface with cornrows. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I promise you. I just know this girl ain't been wearing no protection.
Don't walk away.
And his pants tight was. Oh, god damn. Ain't this her son next to my son?
She posted receipts being with her son. And as you saw from the messages on the screen, she admitted the last time that she seen him was October 27th. When she says, October 27th is when the last time I was around you. Blueface got out of jail November 3rd. That would mean within a week, she slept with this dude and Blueface, where she supposedly conceived her baby. Now, the dude writes her and he says, we effed the last day or two of October. Don't a period last a week? He would have been released while you bled, right? You making no effing sense. So she tells him, I know you not the father of...
All right, y'all, hold on. Just bear with me, because now I got to put on my Google detective gear. And gotta Google this shit, bro. Because I'm like, hold up, bro. Hold on. You can listen, I know it. Sometimes you got to see it to be sure. So you can get pregnant, you know, while on your period. Which I mean, can you get your period? Can you get your whole can you, bro? Y'all be asking some crazy questions on the net. So I'm googling. Oh, y'all can't even see it that well. Let me see. Yeah, nonetheless, googling this shit. Yes, it is possible to get pregnant from having sex during a period, though the likelihood is lower compared to other times in the menstrual cycle. While unlikely, it can happen because sperm can live inside the female body for up to 5 days, and some women have shorter cycles or ovulate early. Like I said, bro, that ovulation phase, that's the phase that is terrifying as shit, because the woo-wop is crazy during that time, bro. I tell you right now, bro, that shit, it go crazy, bro. Shit, that's the cycle you want to hit in. Let me tell you something, that shit, hey, it's gonna be damn near brand new for about a week, you know what I'm saying? Studies suggest only 30% of women have a predictable fertility window, making it hard to rely on timing. Jesus. Nigga, that's terrible. So either way, whether or not she had the period, it seems to me that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because whether or not she had the period, there's still, like it's saying, if nobody knows her cycle, you know what I'm saying, then you're not gonna know what the fuck going on. And not only that, if she was ovulating earlier than anybody expected, and that's the thing, bro, as niggas, we not thinking about that. Dudes don't be, I can admit this, I can say this because I'm a nigga. When women say they ain't trying to do that, bro, niggas do not be listening. Why? Well, I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? But niggas do not be really feeling like women is telling the truth when it comes to whether or not, I don't want to say not telling the truth, but like, you know what I'm saying? We don't really take the risk as serious as women do, because y'all know y'all bodies better than we do, you know what I'm saying? So and even like I said, we ovulation periods and shit like that, bro, unless you one of them niggas who like paying attention to that because you just one of them niggas, bro. Most niggas is not paying attention to that, bro. We don't give a fuck about no ovulation and period and shit like that. I'm not saying I don't, but just in general, being a nigga, bro, if we is out here looking for it and we ask a shorty, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not paying attention or listening, but of course, unless you have the information, you're going to act and remain ignorant. And niggas, instead of, well, I just went and Googled the shit. So maybe if we all took a second and did that, like after a shorty was like, nah, I'm on my period or some shit like that, like, well, we'll realize there's some danger in there. But you know, niggas don't. We don't. They don't care about that, bro. There are some niggas out there who will hit that shit bloody. You know what I'm saying? Raw steak. You know, like they don't even give a fuck. Like, and you know what, bro? I don't. I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm a judging nigga, bro. I'm not about to act like I'm a judging nigga. I will tell you, there are different circumstances. It happens if a nigga successfully pops the top during your first time, they still gotta make it, you know what I'm saying, through the hunting grounds to finish the job. So it's not something that doesn't get done, but you will have to choose whether or not you want to go through that mess. The first time, I mean, you gonna finish the job. You know what I'm saying? I think almost everybody finishes the job. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody pops the top though. Y'all do need to realize that. Not every nigga is popping the top. When I was growing up, like between the 1990s and the 2010s, popping the top was the officially getting it in. Actually, that meant more than getting it, because that means that means you completed the full shit. You know what I'm saying? You got the full experience. My cousins, when I was growing up, man, whenever it's like, I don't know, 90s cousins was different from like the cousins you get now. Because 90s cousins, like, they grew up in a time before all this extra shit and all this new shit. So the way they ask you questions and the way they I want to say point things out to you is so much different than if you ask one of your homies today. Them niggas might pull out their phone too. You get what I'm saying? But back then, my cousins used to ask me, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Crazy ass questions like, you know how many hoes it is? And I'm like, bro, I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, no, I did not know. I was guessing. You know, it's like, yo, which one you put it in? For one, don't ask a young nigga how many holes is on a lady, because that shit could be not confusing, but like that shit could be a deterrent. You know what I'm saying? You three, but you know I was a kid nonetheless. Like, I just saying, like there's niggas is nasty. Just saying that, but at the same time too, just like this young lady. Women are nasty too. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 50-50. It's an even split. Everybody kind of nasty.
This baby because I had a period after I effed you. But he says, hold on, if you had a period after you effed me and Blueface got out of jail November 3rd and you weren't on your period on November 3rd, then how's that work? Don't a period last a week? Now, I don't know how long a period lasts, okay? I'm not a girl, so I don't know. Maybe the women in the chat can answer.
I did the math,
Flocka. Is it
Flocka.
possible to sleep with somebody on
Not the
October
math, the
27th? Now, he
scientific.
claims it was the last day of October, so I don't know. Maybe it was like the 28th, 29th. But she says October 27th. I can't take her word for nothing.
You see how stressed my nigga getting talking about these numbers, trying to figure out these. We ain't got time for that.
But he says the last day or two. So is it possible to sleep with a man, let's just say between October 27th and October 30th, have your period, and then not have your period on November 3rd when your man get out of jail? Is that possible?
You know what? I got it up here. Let's pull up our fucking handy day. All right, y'all. Where's the calendar? We're gonna go ahead and just look through this shit together, because at this point, bro, like. All right. Oh shit, these are actual calendars. All right, fuck it. All right, let's look at it. Oh goddamn it, bitch! Show me the Cali. All right, so let me. All right, there's a bigger one. All right, so let's see. This is the 2026 calendar. He says, she said. Let me see. Let's pull up the fucking tube. All right, because now we're like I said, we're gonna listen and do the fucking math because at a certain, this don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense. I don't really think. Not that I care if she was lying, but like, don't sit here and be playing in my face. That's not cute. All right, let me see. All right, so nonetheless, all right, whatever. Bro, this is an actual calendar. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna use it for the sake of the video. Nonetheless. Put it right here. Okay. Drop that. Move this over here. Oh my god. Bitch, move! You know what, bro? Fuck it. There we go. Alright. We got them both on screen. I don't know why the fuck that took so much. That would. Nigga. No. Alright.
And for my followers,
Hold on. All right, let's do that. Let's hear this one more time so I can do the
It was like
fucking
20,
math.
29th. But she says October 27th. I can't take her word for nothing. But he says the last day or two. So is it possible to sleep with a man, let's just say between October 27th and October 30th, have your period, and then not have your period on November 3rd when your man get out of jail? Is that possible?
Okay. October. Where is it at, y'all? All right. So October 27th to October 30th. This is when she says the period was. She said she was done by Tuesday, November 3rd. Oh, so if she started from the 27th, I mean, it's possible. I'm pretty sure it's possible. I think that, but then she would have started ovulating. You see what I'm saying? That's the dangerous part. She would have started ovulating. So, I don't fucking know.
Possible.
and for my followers, this is what my followers have to understand. I can give 89 about my name being associated with Nevaeh's name or anybody else's name. I really don't give a if you know me for real, y'all know I don't care. But just
Oh, fuck. Is these the same messages? Okay, all right. When the last time I was around you.
my followers, I have a family, gang. I have kids and bro. Yes, I'm a single man, but I have a family, nigga. I buy my kids iPads. I get my kids phones. My daughter be trying to get on Instagram. My baby mom's on Instagram, gang. I can't just have wild ass shit popping up on the ground, and I got people that I take care of and really, you feel me, seeing that shit. That ain't cool, gang. That's not cool. Bro, this been the case. This was 7 months ago, nigga. This was 7 months ago. I could have been said something about this. I don't give a but if I want some type of closure to know that hey, this not that situation, or it's that situation, I deserve to have closure to know that. And I'm gonna ask me, so we're gonna take it to the big screen. You talking about, shorty?
So with Blueface being armed with all this information, Blueface goes to her and confronts her with everything. Now, I can understand Blueface anger, but what I can say, this is still the mother of your supposed child, allegedly, right? Right? There is a possibility you still may be the father of this kid. So I still don't co-sign talking to the mother of your kid this way on the internet.
Bro, this nigga hit bitches too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, bro. Like, it's Blueface. By this time, like I said earlier, when you know what you dealing with, bro, I'm not about to act like it's not it's Blue. He don't give a fuck how you talk to these bitches. We heard him talk to Krishan Rock. I don't even know. Like, there's not a word for how crazy them motherfuckers was talking, bro.
But Blueface was seen red talking to this chick, man, because he realized he made a big mistake.
Look what time it
You
is.
under the fire right now. You got posting your little whole talking about
They don't even got a picture. They ain't got a picture with me. That's how you know the nigga wasn't talking about nothing. Like,
They don't need a picture with you.
Yes.
You don't need no.
I just
you don't need pictures. And you don't even take on dates and then just like
Oh, really?
yeah. Why you don't got no pictures with him on the beach on a date on a jet
Ooh.
or nothing? You just hello.
Well, then just ask them the bum.
Yeah, and then all this bums.
Well, at least
Not
you
her
ain't
laughing.
You're a bum lover.
Listen.
You promote.
That's a face of a real hurt Blueface, y'all. This might be a rare occurrence. This face right here. This face right here. goddamn, I don't think I worn this face since since high school, my nigga. Like, god damn. This mask right here that he's wearing of trying to stay serious while also being a little hurt. I done seen it. Now, this is the thing. I will also say, I wanted to feel like this was a little bit more scripted, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Being Blueface, you gotta imagine a nigga don't want to script nothing like this because you damn near like. I don't want to call him a cuck, but yeah, you would kind of be damn near in the cuck category, bro. Like, nigga, this is not. I don't think this one's scripted, bro. Cause like, he look like he trying to figure it out too. Like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? What the hell?
You got but you want to at this point then.
But if
I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I don't. Okay, cool. Do you want me to get on live talking about everything? If we get your stuttering, shut the up. If nothing, if it was a fit, nigga, what you talking about?
if you a bum and you a bum, it's a hobo party.
A bum ex.
Y'all just having bum sex?
Bum bums.
Why did she say that, bro? Oh man, bro. Where the fuck did Blueface find this chick, bro? She don't take not a goddamn thing serious. Like, she might be psychologically worse than Krishan. And the thing about it is, like, Krishan had crazy, bro. This is God. This is karma, bro. This is karma. I'm not saying Krishan was no angel, but she loved Blueface, bro. This is the same motherfucker who got the tooth. Who had a Blueface tooth, who has this nigga's tattooed all over her body. Actually, she might have got it removed by now, but the fact that she went through and even did that, bro, hey, I ain't never seen nothing finer than this. This is just good karma, bro. What the fuck? Damn, this bitch don't care.
Bumhole sex. Peck the disrespect. I'm disappointed in you. Didn't even be looking. You didn't even handsome or nothing.
Well, who are you to talk?
What you mean who am I to talk?
You
Bum, ugly. Okay, but I'm not a bum, so I can go bum and it's not bum sex.
Okay.
If you bum and you're a bum, that's called two bums for having sex.
Well, you're just
That's called a bum bum.
Okay.
You're out here having a bum bum.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
So, Pat, why are you still looking at that?
Because I'm tired of this camera being on you.
I don't give a I'm tired of posting my
Me too. I'm
all right, so back to
I don't think I've ever talked to a nigga. I'm trying.
yeah, we don't want to hear that. About to be 10 more posts in your little hole. Man, we're gonna have this
Ooh.
over again, just like last week. And you gonna be crying, oh, why are you treating me like this? And I'm gonna be like, because you're a hoe. That's how I treat hoes. Are you a hoe?
So am I holding off on you right now?
Are you a hoe?
Am I holding off on you?
I don't know.
And why
It kinda looks like it.
Okay. And why are y'all choosing to post this now that I'm further along in my pregnancy?
Because
Why
you probably ain't talking to them. They like finna out you. That's what they do. When you start talking to a nigga, when you cut a nigga off, they out you. Yes.
At some point in this conversation, Blueface tells her that it's been 6 men so far that have came out and said they've been with her while he was in jail. And he told her that that her strikeout limit is 10. That's 6 men he can deal. But if she gets to 10, she's gone. I'm saying 10 is a little like, bro.
Nigga, what? Strike out, bro. If I'm in jail and they ringing your shit out like that, I don't want it back when I get out. What the fuck?
You see the messages that I just saw? She sent your message pouring your heart out to her to impress the other dude to make him think that she's desirable and in demand and he better act right. And then went right over to get her back cracked and coochie dug into while you in jail texting her not to do it. Nah, bro. To me, that's enough. Now, Blueface did confront her about her sending his messages to the other guy, but she was speechless. She had nothing to say.
And definitely, I do have a pass. I never once said I was
6 months ago is not the past.
We were not
6 months ago is not the past.
You keep saying we were
That-
not
So why you sending my messages when I can? So why send my messages? So why send my messages? So why send my messages?
Ooh.
You're the only
goofy, you goofier. Goofy goobers. That's what you talking about.
That doesn't make sense. Now you want to, we weren't together. Okay, so why are you involving me in your whole little relationship?
I'm talking to you when you got out. I was done.
Nah, bro.
They ready to do.
Well, this nigga number 6. Let's see how many more.
Nigga number No, it's not. Okay, all right. Jonathan, that's enough.
Another one bites the dust.
Oh my God, that's enough. I swear to God, it's enough. It's such enough right
It
now.
is enough.
It is enough.
It's enough.
Nigga, this is
I'm running
weird.
out of fingers. We're almost at 10. We get to 10.
Well, how many?
You're the out of
How
here.
many back out now?
Because I'm not.
Bro. I love my wife a lot, but I mm-mm. Mm-mm. There's no woman in the world I'm gonna tell them once you get to 10, I'm done with you. Bro, once you get to 1, it's a wrap.
I'm not going to be wife of the 10. That's out. That's out. I don't even play like
Please
that.
shut up. Please shut up. Please shut up.
I know you will have a good time. We'll have kids and all that. But you're not going
Please
to
shut
be
up.
like.
Please shut up.
But that could not be your kid now, I
Please
guess.
shut up. Please shut up. Please shut up. Please. I do not want to hear none of that. Shut up.
Alright, you got 4 more to live.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, look at your comments.
Look at your comments. Oh, fuck no.
Look.
Okay,
This
I'm gonna
nigga,
tell
you
you
got.
have more-
Hey, 4 more. I'm not supposed to.
How many more big houses?
Let me go get some water to douse myself.
I where? Goofy?
Out of the rotation. The rotation. You popping up. Popping up. Popping up. And I got.
Congratulations, you guys. I don't have a roster, y'all, but when he's ready to stop drop me, I hope y'all ready to hop on the train.
This chick is scandalous, man. She said in front of him, man,
is
if he drops me, I
weird.
hope y'all ready to hop on the train. Oh, cuh. If he said it in front of, if he drops me today, if 10 dudes come out and he drops me, I hope y'all ready to hop on the train. And also, too, this is promotion for her, to be honest, bro. I think before Blueface, she was like, she had something going on with NBA Youngboy as well. This is promotion
What?
for her. If Blueface leaves this chick after giving her this much publicity, you know how many rappers is lining up? How many regular dudes, probably with money, is lining up to get with her? Now, again, she's pregnant right now, right? But when she, but before she, like before the baby, she was something nice to look at. You know how many dudes lined up
Was
to
she?
get with her? Man, but at this point, she holds all the power, to be honest, bro. All right? Now, Blueface asked her the one dreadful question that probably every man on this planet Earth has asked a woman before in our darkest days. And y'all know the question I'm talking about.
I don't
And
want to
when
know.
I heard Blueface ask this question, man, the only thing I did was just shake my head, bro.
If it's,
'Cause
is
every
he
man
still
has been
fucking?
to this place before, and to see this brother at a dark place like this just made me just
Speak for yourself.
Just made my stomach ache, man.
Frederick Jala.
Because I feel his pain. We all been here before.
Shut that.
I've never put a mouth in my life.
Ah! I'm speechless. Blueface exposed Neve for giving another man top. Yeah, bro. Like I said, that nigga need to speak for himself, bro. I ain't ever been in that situation, bro. I got children with the one woman. You know what I'm saying? Locations, all kinds of shit. I'm not. Nah, bro. There's just some things like this shit. It's fucking goofy, bro.
Oh my granddaddy. The I tell you if I put it in my mouth. Now you already telling the scoop, nigga. How many pussies you put in your mouth?
Tell us.
That's my personal business. It wasn't his, and that's my personal business.
I just think that you're lying. You should just stop talking about what you think. You just take this.
Maybe I think you should shut the and stop questioning me.
Did you suck that ninja's dick? Bro, man,
Nigga.
seeing a good brother have to go that low is one of those things. Man, if you ever got to a point where you gotta ask her, did you suck it? You in too deep, man. You already lost.
In too deep. Yeah, nigga, wait. Your plot is lost. I know I didn't say it a lot. I'm not a nigga who typically care about money, but bro, you got way too much money to be getting emotionally abused like this. Way too much money. I'm sorry, bro. You better off being alone and just going back to putting it where you can get it in. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. This shit is foul.
Man, shout out to Blueface, man. I feel for the brother pain, man. I do, man. But right now he's stuck because if that is his baby, Well, like like you drop her. Well, she got child support for 18 years. She's straight. You drop her, she go ahead and get with another dude based on the fame and clout you got at this point, man. It's better and probably cheaper to just keep the bit.
Yeah, it's cheaper to
Let me
keep
know
her
what
at
y'all
this
think
point,
about this,
bro.
man. All right, what y'all?
Like, bro, it has been plenty of what we had to do. Real fucking. Yeah, it's actually been plenty of niggas who be like, it's cheaper to keep her. And you know what? I used to think that shit was just niggas trying to get their clout off, but no. It's cheaper to keep her. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But let me tell you something. This right here, I know we have not tapped into it, but I kind of need to, because let me tell you something right now. This shit ain't make no sense, bro. I thought this whole time, I ain't gonna lie, I thought Stephon Diggs was gonna lose this case.
Star witness. His private chef claimed that there was some sort of financial dispute in which,
But we gotta tap in and
having
see.
the conversation, Stephon Diggs got physical with her, struck her, put his hands around her neck, and made other threats. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I heard about this story a while ago and thought that I was gonna be strapped in for a long trial. Something
Me
over,
too.
like, I was even gonna live stream it for you guys, but this ended in about 2 days and 90 minutes of deliberation. There's one reason and one reason only. It's because the star witness that they had, the private chef that's in question, was absolutely out of her mind.
Over those 4 or so years, how would you characterize your relationship with Mr. Diggs?
I would say it's complicated. It started out as friends. We met, became successful. We decided I would come work for him.
What were the sort of terms of your employment like? Were you going to be living with him?
Yes.
Let me get this straight. A private live-in chef that you were having sexual relationships with? Oh yeah, as a real freak nigga, I know exactly what that means. If you're new to this and you
Stop,
haven't already,
bro.
please hit
Stop.
that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Help me reach my goals of having a private chef as well. No, this is a serious matter. Now, back into the video. Now, Stephon Diggs is an NFL star for what it's worth. Wide receiver for the Patriots, a pretty notable name and face in the NFL sphere.
Didn't the Patriots drop his ass? You know what? They dropped him. But if he don't got anything else that hits the block legally, I don't not see them picking his ass back up for the season. Stephon Diggs, if he at the end of the day, he is still a product. You know what I'm saying?
But also what he's known for is being a freak ball general. He has been linked romantically with Cardi B,
true.
having a baby with her. But even outside of that, I think Stephon Diggs has like 13 or 14 baby mamas or something like that. It's an actual outrageous number. From Cardi B to Drake's ex-model girlfriend, from my neighbor.
Wait, hold on.
Stephon Diggs has a problem with having
They have a map?
romantic relationships and seeing women as actual outrageous number. From Cardi B.
Hold on. Why the fuck do they have a map? Hey, this nigga be busting them down in VA. What the fuck? He like this area. Wait, no. Wait, where's Pop? Hey, yo. Shouts out for that follow. Shouts out Stop Tops, man. Yeah. But yeah, this nigga got a map. Bro, I swear to God. I'm not going to lie. This might have just inspired me to do a little segment where we make a map to some of these niggas and they long line of babies. Cause bro, believe it or not, I have a cousin with 14 kids, bro. Spread out against different women. Hey, that's nothing against him. Do your thing. He ain't never got to pay child support. Know that. I think after you get to 9 kids, you don't got to pay child support anymore. And I'm not saying that so none of you niggas go do that. But I'm just saying, like, even the courts had to put in a clause where they're like, all right, bro, like, we're not going to say he can't provide for all these kids, but bro, we can't child support this nigga, bro. But man, I don't know, maybe they should do like a top 3 system, like the first 3 that was first come, first served. You know what I'm saying?
To Drake's ex-model girlfriend, from my neighbor to your neighbor, Stephon Diggs has a problem with having, romantic relationships and seeing women as objects. Last thing that I'll say on this is that the baby's ages are extremely close as well. So it's not like he has any sort of
That's
discipline.
true.
This is a rather young dude who's having these babies back to back to back, even on top of these women. So it makes absolute sense as to how he catches himself in a situation where he is finding himself defending his name with a romantic partner that was supposed to be doing some sort of service for him. It's not like he sees women as anything else other than objects. I say all this to say Stephon Diggs does have a checkered past. Not only does he have all these baby mamas that are running around the nation, he also has that incident that ultimately I think got dismissed in court, and
I think he's gonna talk about it. If they're talking about Stephon Diggs and the brother with the gay guy, I'm sorry, but after hearing about Diddy and like a bunch of them other ones, I can't say I could see Stephon Diggs trying to get some man butt. I ain't gonna lie.
filed defamation claims against another person, Chris Blake Griffith, where he allegedly drugged him and, tied him down and tried to have some sort of sexual advances with him as well. But the word on the curb, generally speaking, is that you don't want Stefon Diggs to be around anybody that's a woman because he does not know how to handle himself.
What guy on the scene would you least like to date your sister?
Diggs.
Why Diggs?
No. Don't leave it like that. No.
Oh, Stefon Diggs. He couldn't date my sister.
God damn.
I'm a great guy.
So this is why everybody was ready to run with the story and narrative that Stefon Diggs did place his hands on his
What the
living
fuck?
chef slash maid slash affair partner.
So when you say he smacked
He
you,
smacked me with an open hand.
do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my
Do you know
face.
which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
And then what happened?
And
Wait.
then he
Hold on. Oh, bro, I didn't even see the messages in here, bro. Hold up, let me widen this shit, bro. The women are spread, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all are definitely in this chat, and I didn't even realize y'all like 9 children or. Oh no, that's a fact, bro. Yeah, no, maybe I shouldn't make this so big. I'm glad y'all are hitting the chat. I'm sorry. I will fix that shit another time, or let me go look at my multi-stream. Or I will just have to go open up my YouTube on my phone. Nonetheless, let's continue. It is wild, though. I ain't gonna lie. These niggas is bugging. Way too many kids. Way too many kids. But yeah, they is talking in the chat, so y'all keep doing that. Y'all keep doing that. I like talking. But like I was saying, though, if she got smacked with his right hand, she said she got smacked on her right side. Y'all think maybe she got smacked so hard, smacked, that she don't realize if he smacked you with the right hand, how the fuck? Nah. She might be capping.
When the court case started, no one, and I do mean no one, saw the case going like this. A big feature of the 90 minutes was star witness and person that said that they got assaulted by Stefon Diggs, Mila Adams, the chef in question. But it became quickly evident that something fishy was going on with this trial.
3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000 to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the only.
Bro, she dead ass looks like my sister-in-law. It's not, but she do.
Maybe we sit her to sidebar, please.
Now, I don't want to take this situation lightly. There is an accusation of a man placing hands on a woman, somebody actually getting assaulted here, and it's because there's a discrepancy with money, so somebody getting taken advantage from that portion. So I went into this truly trying to understand what was going on, but like I said, it turned into a circus extremely fast. It starts off with Stefon Diggs' attorney claiming that there were 6 people in the house. This strangulation never happened.
She got backhand. Stop it,
or saw anything of the sort.
It never happened. There was no strangulation. There was no assault. There was no incident on December 2nd.
Stop.
Or any other day. There were 6 people in Mr. Diggs' home on December 2nd, and not one heard or saw anything out of the ordinary.
From here, it only gets worse, though. They drop a video of Mila Adams, the chef, dancing around her home, celebrating supposedly the fact that she had got Stefon Diggs and that
This bitch dumb as hell. Bro. Are you fucking serious? Why? Goofy.
she is going to now be rich and famous. Not only do they have her dancing on film celebrating because she believes she's caught Stefon Diggs, they also have her on the stands lying about text messages and not being able to explain key things. The claim is that Mila Adams set Stefon Diggs up and was going to lie on him in order to get paid. This could be seen through a text exchange between the two, but what she didn't know after deleting them is that on the other side of the phone, Stefon Diggs would keep these same messages. I don't know why that escaped her brain, but this was presented to her in court, and her reaction to this whole situation is priceless.
Is there a difference between the text messages that you provided to the Dedham police and the text messages that are here?
Yes, I deleted that and and I'm ruining that bitch life.
Why did you delete those?
What? What? God damn it.
Phrases when you provided those text messages to the Dedham police?
Because when I was abused in my previous relationship, when I would say things,
the objection is sustained.
He would.
The objection is sustained. There's no question there. Again, the jury will disregard it. Sidebar.
To really put the icing on the cake for her, though, is that they provide receipts, physical evidence showing that there was some sort of transfer of funds, a wire of $4,000 to her for services rendered.
And it turned out, Ms. Adams, you had gotten paid for 2 of the 3 weeks that you said you had gotten paid for, right?
Money make you feel a little bit secure, bro.
This is missing a whole lot of stuff.
Yes or no question?
I can't answer your question.
Wipe your tears with some
without
10s,
proper evidence.
some 5s, a few 20s.
Text exchanges between you and Sonny?
Yes.
And you write to Sonny, hey, so I looked over my transfers, payment history, and they sent payments, 11/7 and 11/21, totaling $4,000. So you knew that you had actually been paid for 2 of those 3 weeks that you tried to get paid for again, right?
I can't answer that question. Correct.
How the fuck can't you answer the question if you're looking at this shit right in front of you, bro? I'm not gonna lie, bro. You know what, bro? Shit. I wouldn't let him, but Stephon Diggs should punch me in the throat and anybody else who is thinking like me. I thought this was a washed case for him. Like, god damn, bro. Like, if you, I just, this is one of those scenes y'all seen in the movie where like we all know Stephon Diggs to be kind of wild. I'm pretty sure not only me, but other people might put him on the side of a villain. But this nigga literally made it like had everything. I don't want to say he had it covered, because if there was nothing that happened, then he didn't have to cover anything. All he had to do was tell the truth. And I said this the other day too. When all you have to do is tell the truth, bro. Hey, nigga, that's a dub every time, bro, because anybody, when you ain't gotta stutter, you ain't gotta look around, when you ain't gotta look like you putting it together in your fucking head, hey, you could do damn near anything. Shit, you could be a good liar like that, nigga, but the thing about it is you gotta make sure you're gonna keep your lies straight, and she could not keep her lies straight. I think that she thought public opinion was going to play a part into how this trial went, and they were going to look at at Stephon Diggs, you know, as a villain. She thought the trial was going to run itself based on public perception of Stephon Diggs. I don't know if y'all peeping that, but she didn't come prepared because she thought she would have been led in a way to where, you know, it was just gonna be nothing but fucking hoops and A1s. You know what I'm saying? She thought every question they asked was gonna be pertaining strictly to how said assault happened or whatever the case may be. But y'all gotta remember, bro, when you got a nigga with some good lawyers, or shit, a lawyer in general, sometimes all you need is a lawyer, bro. A nigga might pull off a Better Call Saul. You never know. But a lawyer who understands the psychological profile of the person that they're going up against, you know what I'm saying? They don't really even got to understand their client. They just got to understand the client's op, bro. Y'all got to understand that. Lawyers are as close to adjudicators as you could be. And adjudicators, if y'all don't know, are people who basically go and... Okay, so adjudicators belong in certain syndicates and organizations. They're the ones who are going to go get the money. They're the ones who are going to go silence a motherfucker. Go and, give a nigga their last warning. Adjudicators are the judges, let me say that, between, organizations and people and things like that. When you got somebody who loves what they do and their job is literally, being answered to and controlling the situation, that's a hard nigga to deal with. And lawyers are exactly that. Lawyers always want to control the situation. And honestly, I said this in another video. That's the type of lawyer I want. I will say, when I was younger, I used to hate criminal lawyers. Like, lawyers who defend criminals, but everybody has a job. And at the end of the day, if you see a nigga who is like if David would have got off and his lawyer stayed, bro, I would have been pissed, but I couldn't be mad at the lawyer because at the end of the day, he was hired to do a job. You know what I'm saying? It's not always the job you want to do, but it's a job nonetheless. Niggas can say no and things like that, but if it's some really bad shit going on and a nigga get a good lawyer, bro, I promise you, bro, that lawyer might make them really seem like an angel.
When I tell you that this lady is clueless through this trial, I think that it is an understatement. She's like that silly, goofy blonde that they put on Disney Channel shows or rom-com movies, who is oblivious to any and every situation that's going on, but is actively living in it. At one point in the trial, they ask her, does she know that Stephon Diggs tackles 300-pound men or has tackled a 300-pound man before? Probably going along the lines of saying that, hey, he is so strong that if he did put his hands on you, you would feel it in a major way. Her response to this is that she doesn't know football.
He takes hits from 300-pound men for his job. True?
I guess.
Do you know that?
No, I don't know what his role is, and I thought he ran the ball. I don't know if I'm not sure what he does. I don't know football. I don't watch it to know what. I've attended a couple games.
How many of Stephon Diggs' games have you gone to and watched?
4. I don't really watch it, honestly. I'm just there for the vibes.
Now, I know we were supposed to be taking this situation seriously, but I just think it's a little bit funny and had to pause.
The next woman I hear say they're there for the vibes, nigga, You're not hanging out with me no more. The vibes? What vibes? Are you not aware of your surroundings? If something were to happen to you, are you not paying attention to what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? It's shit like, bro, it's like, why? I hate wasting my fucking time. Why did you come here? You might as well just stay home.
For a second to think that this woman doesn't know anything about football. I'm not saying that I don't believe her, because I do think that she was there just to take the IG pictures and probably has no clue what's going on there. It's just interesting that she handled this question this way on stands, and I don't know who her attorney is, but boy, oh boy, they did not prepare her to get blindsided. No pun intended. No football movie pun intended. It doesn't make Mila Adams' situation any better when other members of the House who were there and people on Stefon Diggs' payroll / a part of his team were asked about the day of said events. The people that would see her come down in a towel, or the people that know of their relationship and have seen the ins and outs as to what goes on. They all
Hold on. I'm not saying she should have done this, but why the fuck didn't she check her bases, bro? Or if these is niggas you work with and you got a plot going, there's nobody you had. Like, you didn't check the boxes and be like, yo, like, I got some shit going on. Like, you gonna snitch on me? You ain't double check? You ain't see? There was nothing swaying you from doing this to not embarrass yourself on the internet in 4K TV. Well, I'm not gonna lie, whatever the camera they use is not 4K, I can tell you that. But still,
all are saying that, hey, she had no marks on her. She was fine. We didn't hear anything.
Right.
And basically that she's lying.
Did you observe anything on her face?
No.
Anything on her neck?
No.
Did you see any redness or swelling?
No.
Was she crying at all?
No.
What was she doing?
She was walking around looking for a piece of a paper and a pen to write a card, I guess, write a note to him for his birthday gift.
Did you actually see Ms. Adams without clothes on as you were getting dressed?
With a towel on.
Did you observe any bruising, redness on
No.
her neck or chest?
No.
Did you observe anything on her face?
No.
I'm taking you along this journey because all this stuff is really relevant to the situation. This is all day one of the events. It's clear that this lady doesn't have her story straight. There's some inconsistencies. And at worst, you can flat out say that she is lying on Stefon Diggs about a numerous amount of things that transpired in this situation. Nobody can corroborate her story. Even outside of the stories of Stefon Diggs strangling her and putting hands on her, the claims that she was underpaid by Mr. Diggs was also refuted by his financial team, with receipts and from his lead financial team member stating that they in fact even overpaid her for services that were never rendered because she was sent home early.
Do you recall receiving an invoice from Ms. Adams? Yes. Do you recall what that invoice was for?
It was for 3 weeks of services in November and reimbursable expenses. Immediately, I knew that it was incorrect because I had paid her. So it raised a flag. I needed to figure out, had I made a mistake or had she made a mistake? That caused me to look a little bit further into the reimbursable expenses.
What did you learn from conducting your audit?
That we had overpaid her.
Day 2 of the trial puts a pin in what would have been a long and lengthy court proceeding. Day starts off with Mila Adams not being able to answer any question straightforward and honestly folding like a lawn chair or origami or anything else that's foldable, like a Mila Adams in this situation.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026.
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
I haven't finished my question. When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026, in a written text message, I didn't say that. You were referring to the statements that were reported in the press that you gave to the Dedham Police Department, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Did you or did you not write those words?
I don't understand your question without further explaining.
You can't testify under oath to this jury what you meant by the words you wrote to Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026?
Sorry, I don't understand your question without further explaining.
At this point, Mila Adams is totally off the rails and she is saying, screw whatever plan that was in place. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to come with something that was never stated before and claim that Stefon Diggs wanted me to recant my statements and pay me $100,000.
3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000 to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the
Your Honor,
only...
Maybe we sit her to sidebar, please.
It gets so bad that after she makes this big and bold claim in court, they go to recess. And when they come back from recess, the judge is like, yo, gang, if you're going to BS like this, we're about to strike everything.
If you don't understand a question, you can say that, and I'm sure counsel will rephrase. If you can't hear a question, tell them that as well. But courtrooms function, and especially trial, unfold in a question and answer format. This is not an opportunity for you to interject your own narrative and evade responding to questions the court deems.
All right, y'all. I got to say this right now. I have literally never seen a judge be this impersonal and have to explain the process of the fucking court, you know, and how it works. I have never seen this shit in my fucking life. Only in trials for famous motherfuckers could this type of shit probably happen, because I don't now. No, let me not say that. You know, no, yes, let me say that. Because they have translators for Spanish niggas, all kinds of shit. This is the most embarrassing shit I have ever seen. Her mother needs to smack her. Needs to. Like, this shit is embarrassing. You got up on stage to look dumb. You didn't, there was not even a spark of light in her eyes when it came to any of these questions. And even beyond that, why the fuck, why would you come with no evidence, no proof, no story that's at least that I could possibly put together to make sense? Like, did you, and then why did you represent yourself? If she would have got a lawyer, the lawyer would have helped her come up with a lie. I don't get it. Like, this is why motherfuckers gotta, like, please stop going and defending yourselves at trial. Please. At least talk to a motherfucker first, bro, because this shit is goofy. This shit looks stupid as hell. Hey, what the fuck?
If you continue to do so, your entire testimony may be stricken.
And lastly, before the 90-minute deliberation that would ultimately find Stefan Diggs to be not guilty of any charges, the prosecutor themselves even had to admit that their star witness, the one that they had been prepping and priming, hell, the main one that was responsible for bringing these charges to the forefront, was very, very lackluster.
Was Miss Adams a perfect witness? No. She was argumentative, avoided, difficult. You don't have to like Miss Adams. You don't have to like the way she testified today and yesterday, but you do have to give her and her testimony the attention it deserves.
Yeah, gang, not a good witness to you, but brought some funny internet moments to us as a community, so I appreciate it for this. But
terrible
overall,
witness.
this isn't some sort of funny situation. There are no winners in this case at all. Be clear, this isn't me caping for anybody when I make these statements. Everybody,
Right.
I do mean everybody, loses in this situation. You can see Stefan Diggs, after finding out that he is not guilty, starts to go to tears. He starts to get really, really emotional, and he knows it's because his life has been altered immediately, and specifically due to this backlash.
After the verdict was read, he got emotional and he clutched his lawyers. How is Stefan doing right now?
It's an emotional thing to have false allegations levied at you. This has impacted him both
That's a fact.
personally and professionally. He's an emotional person, but he's a person. He's a human being.
Stefan Diggs will forever have a jacket based off of this incident now, and he is somebody who lost his job because of this situation.
After making
That's
a run to
true.
the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots and veteran wide receiver Stefan Diggs are parting ways. Damn, I thought he done a great job in the locker room. Superb. I thought he was great being available when he played. I think the distractions off the field is too much for him.
Not only did he lose his job, but he also lost his family. Cardi B separated from Stefan Diggs due to all of these claims and issues that
She
he's had in the
did.
household. Now, I'm not saying that he is peachy clean and scot-free. He was in a supposed monogamous relationship and still stepped out what seemed to be numerous times. Cardi B ran interference, got mud slang on her name, which I'm not saying that Cardi B is right either, but they ultimately split due to the complexities of this claim, his infidelities, and all of the things that he had happening surrounding this case. And now Cardi B in real time is finding out that it wasn't other women that she was suspecting of him being romantically linked to, or it wasn't him actually placing hands on somebody else, but somebody close to them in their household, a private chef that she had trusted, was the one that Stefan Diggs was being, creepy with.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say that everybody, and I do mean everybody in this situation, has had some sort of social media narrative spun about them. Some people jumped the line early, jumped the gun early, and put egg on people's faces. And that's probably one of the bigger.
I don't think there's nothing we can do about
some
them,
sort of
but
targeting of high-profile people that is going on, and I don't think that that's right. We do jump the gun and place blame on people, and that's not right either. And I still have to stick to my guns here. Cheating and infidelity wouldn't have had this man in this situation, and that is wrong as well. So sure, we may have gotten a few laughs out of a trial, and by a few, maybe more than a few, but at the end of the day, this is an embarrassing and sad situation as a whole. And I think for a community at large, we should probably look at ourselves and say, you know what, let's slow down. Let's pump the brakes before we start placing blame on this person, that person, and the third person, and let's let the people go to stand and tell their truth, because it may end up being funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Only
I'm not talking about OnlyFans right now. I ain't got time for that. Now, the last piece of coverage that I'm definitely gonna do, I don't think I was gonna talk about it too much, but this Key and Peele situation, just before everybody started doing pieces on it, I woke up like 2 days ago and I was telling my wife, I'm like, yo, I was reading this story when they first dropped it, and I was like, bro, this is crazy. I was like, it was over his wife, you know what I'm saying? But apparently Key, you know, Michael Key, the light skinned guy out of the two, or the lighter skin, his wife had been kind of causing trouble within a lot of the business that Key was in. And the thing about it is she has the same money Key has, in a sense, you know. They're together. That's not just his money, that's their money. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was a little weird because there was a comedian, this woman, I forgot her name. It'll come back to me. She was actually telling a joke that had to do with Key and Peele, and in the joke, if you'll look it up, in the joke, she called them, she called them, this is something in banana. It was something in banana, some shit like that or whatever. But it's a young black girl, and the way she tells the story is kind of like she's kind of monologuing and talking, but like she's entering important parts. She's just changing names and stuff like that. She does say like it involves a group, you know, a lot of you guys know, blase blase, but she just gives there was just a lot of background information regarding why we don't see Key in a lot of Jordan Peele's movies, because I'm not the only one who's wondered why we haven't seen Key in the Get Out, you know, even as a little cameo of something. But as far as I know, his wife has been in the industry causing a lot of drama. And if you guys don't know, Jordan Peele's wife is the chick from what is it called, the shit with Andy Samberg, god damn, it is, y'all know what I'm talking about. The Jake Peralta, the Cops. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, we definitely got to tap into that, because some of this stuff I try to avoid, but bro, I'm doing some of the same shit some of these guys are doing, and I'm interested in some of the things they're interested in. It's sad to say I'm not as quick when it comes to creating my own original content, nonetheless, which is why I do some of these reactions, but I'm working on it. There is a lot of putting together, I will say that. Being one nigga is a lot, but also this is going to irritate the hell out of somebody, because once again, man, we just need those like, you know, the Facebook glasses. We need like a men version of those, so we could just know how to make a better decision when it comes to dealing with certain shit. Like, there's certain things you don't bring your wife to. You don't always need to bring her to a business meeting. Why? Because it might not be that you're bad at business, but people have weird things about significant others working with them, working with you, especially if somebody's trying to be controlling. You know, it seems to be that when people are in relationships, if they're not good at separating themselves from each other, they miss out on opportunities, because now there's people who may not want to do anything with you because you're wrapped up with this motherfucker who is your significant other, but that significant other isn't someone who is as loved or wanted as you, or they haven't made themselves to be. And sometimes that is a big problem with it, you know what I'm saying? Because you're still separate people. Yeah, you could be together, but it's like, you don't gotta be up each other's ass every fucking second. You don't gotta be doing what each other's doing. You know, sometimes I like to vibe alone, sometimes my wife does her thing, which works a lot better in my situation, because I am doing a lot online, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just kind of in a different lane, you know what I'm saying? So it's good when you got somebody to support you and who lets you do what you're trying to do without trying to hold you back and stunt your growth because they want to be so involved too. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody who just doesn't respect the kind of work you're doing, or they don't completely understand it. You know what I'm saying? That plays a lot into some of these fucking relationships. But let's definitely tap in. Omeezy does make good videos, so y'all should definitely tap in with him when y'all get the chance, man.
Of the duos that made up your childhood. You know, Bert and Ernie, Patrick and SpongeBob, hell, even Ben and Jerry. Right up there with those names is Key and Peele. Key and Peele was one of the greatest shows in the world. Two ultra successful, ultra funny, and ultra creative black men took on sketch comedy by storm. And then one day it just stopped. From that moment, Jordan Peele shot off into the stars with movies like Get Out and Us, and he is basically dominating the horror genre, seen as one of the best black directors that we have right now. Now, I don't want to underscore what Keegan-Michael Key is doing right now. He is successful in his own right, but for whatever reason, they're not together anymore.
So, this is a story about open secrets in Hollywood.
This is the story. This is what I was talking about. Okay.
Than people who don't warn you about things and finding out the hard way.
You see, Keegan-Michael Key should have been standing next to Jordan Peele as he was accepting all of these awards. Hell, they should have been collaborating on future endeavors together. But right now, Jordan is becoming an Oscar-winning filmmaker, and Keegan, question mark around him. Why aren't we seeing him in a movie? Why do we not see him around his brother as he is growing into his own success and fame? Hell, based off of what Keegan-Michael Key told people, why don't they see each other anymore? Now, based off of one comedian's viral story, it seems as though we have insight, and it all links back to that old ball and chain. That's right. Apparently, Keegan-Michael Key's wife became the thing that split a rift between.
I did not know that was his wife. I thought she was taller.
The two of these successful black men. And this is not the only time in which a wife was skewing how a man goes about making his success and being creative and seeking future endeavors in the creative sphere. Sometimes the person closest.
Okay, so I'm guessing she used to. Okay, see, I saw this picture. They look the same, but clearly she had lost. I think she lost some weight or something.
You can affect your life. They affect your career, your relationships, and the way that the world explains your wasted potential. It's sad to say that the one that you say I do to will be the one to do you in. If you knew this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's going to go a long, long way for the channel. Become a part of my family, and don't hold me back from collaborations in the future. Now, back into the video. Akilah Hughes is her name, and comedy is her game. She told the viral Lock and Banana story, which turned out to be the answer to the greatest mystery.
Lock and Banana. That's what it got. See, I only had a banana part. Lock and Banana.
As to why we don't see Key and Peele going into the future and creating more content with one another. I think that people may be forgetting this was Comedy Central's most successful show since Dave Chappelle. These two black comedians that came up from Mad TV were seen anywhere and everywhere, and they were at the lunch tables, they were at the barbershops, they were in all types of conversations because they were just funny as hell. But when the show ended and we saw major blockbusters like Get Out and Us and Nope, we only saw one of the dynamic duo, and everybody and their mother was Googling and trying to figure out why and what happened. I've got the answer though. You may not like it.
And so one of those friends said, hey, I've got a great person to give you this opportunity. He is, and I don't think this is too shady. I think it's the less successful half of a comedy duo that was prolific in the 2010s. Perhaps, you know, I think their code names could be Lock and Banana.
Now, I want to lay down some ground rules. Lock is Keegan-Michael Key, and Banana is Jordan Peele. There, it's out there. She uses code names because I'm pretty sure she might find herself in some legal situations, but trust me, this woman has a very solid background. She's a writer and a comedian who was around Comedy Central and MTV during the time. She's familiar with both of them, have worked with both of them extensively, and she is giving her firsthand accounts as to why they broke up and where everything went wrong. Now, according to Akilah, she was developing a comedy show, and Locke, Keegan-Michael Key, was supposed to be a part of the pilot. And even greater than that, he was supposed to be something in a name that opened doors for her to have this be flooded out into the masses and, you know, have her show have an opportunity to see daylight.
Locke is gonna use his name to carry you to the forefront of pop culture. And so we came up with a pitch.
It's important to know this because what she's saying is that if Locke in this situation is supposed to be the door opener, then the person closest to him was the one that actually closed said door. This, my friend, is where we find out who basically destroyed our comedy duo for the next couple of years. The duo that was supposed to make a bunch of movies, the duo that was supposed to entertain us for years to come. This is where we find out that the person who was stopping all of these new endeavors between Locke and Banana was Locke's wife.
And so my agent at the time calls me and she goes, how is pitching going? How do people feel about Locke? And I'm like, oh my God, they love him. Everybody loves Locke. And she's like, that's great, that's great. How do they feel about his wife, who is now somehow the executive producer on my show? And I'm like, you know, I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think people like her very much. And she's like, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And I'm like, okay, so like, are you saying like we're not gonna be able to sell this? Or she's like, people like you and they like Locke. It'll come together. And so I forgive this sort of moment. You know, that should have been the red flag. I was like, no, because it's more important to have a celebrity attached.
Now, I'm gonna give people a warning here. If somebody is eager to attach their name to a project that they have no real involvement in, and I think that that's where you should put a pause and where you should stop. And even if that doesn't make you stop, then people calling you and asking you, well, how do others feel about so-and-so being involved in whatever project you have going on? Or how do people feel about so-and-so just in general? Somebody that doesn't have any involvement explicitly, that should also be a very big flag for you. But
nigga, that's the biggest red flag if I ever heard one. You gonna ask me about a motherfucker that don't got no skill in what I'm doing? Get out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
I know that Akilah is riding high on this thing. She has somebody who is famous tied to her project. But as she walked around with these rose-tinted glasses about this situation, she didn't realize the power and influence that a wife can have on a situation. And she also didn't recognize how bad of a name this person already had. It got to the point where Banana, Peele, in this situation's wife, called her, warning her about Locke's wife.
So I answer the call, and it is from Banana's wife. And Banana's wife says, hey, I just had dinner with Locke and his wife. They say they're doing a show with you. And I said, yeah. And I, again, don't know how she got my phone number. So this seems urgent. And she says something that like chills go down my back. She says, I'm just calling you because I wish someone would have warned me.
This now has escalated from workplace tension to something much, much deeper and much, much darker. Now, again, these are all allegations, so please, Locke, you and your wife, do not come after me for any of this. But what Akilah is basically saying that she is the last one to the party. You know, the party where everybody knows the end result. They've already seen the cake. They've already seen the gifts. Last one to the movie. They've already seen the conclusion, and you are just now getting there. She's saying that people know how impactful and effective that Locke's wife can be, and you need to run ASAP.
She does about an hour of a monologue at me about how, you know, she thinks that his wife is like Phil Hartman's wife, that she wouldn't trust her to hold a baby, that she once poured alcohol on her birthday cake and this person is sober. And she says there's no accounting for how much money she's cost that black man.
The point isn't that just Banana's wife doesn't like Locke's wife. The point is that she is dangerous. She's unstable, she's unpredictable, and she can cost a lot of dollars and cents. We don't know how much money that woman has cost that black man. That's a crazy statement. And especially if I was going into some sort of business relationship when it comes to dealing with the most famous comedic duo in the world, or at least half of them, I would be very, very weary about having that person that is described as Phil Hartman and unstable and all these other things like that. I would want to stay away from them as
Oh my God, y'all see how crazy her eyes look?
much as possible. Now, earlier in the video, I mentioned how somebody so close to you can do so much harm, even if they're not involved in the project. Well, in this situation, Locke's wife actually gets involved in said project and starts to muck it up and starts to disturb everything.
First of all, she comes on and then yells at everybody because she said she got the wrong Zoom, but everybody else was on the Zoom. She's here to offer notes.
Bro.
Yeah, she has no credits without this man. Her notes are comedy happens in threes. The letter K is funny. And finally, give the audience some candy.
It's not that she just had creative
The fuck does that mean?
opinions on a project. I think anybody has the right to do so. Hell, if y'all tell me in the comment section what to do in my next video, I may or may not do it. I may change shirts, I may change lightings. That's all fun and games. It's the fact that she has this power over Locke in this situation. She's somebody who can and will make life a living nightmare if her orders, her thoughts, her opinions aren't brought to the forefront. And that's exactly what she does when people don't take her seriously.
Well, she didn't like that nobody laughed or thought her ideas were good, so she threatens to sue the network.
You see, now we've shifted into an entire different direction. Your partner is no longer somebody to bounce ideas off of. Your partner believes that she is one of the heads of the project. Hell, and one of the only voices that should even matter. And it's not that she even gets a little bit upset that maybe nobody's listening to her idea. It's the fact that she's willing to even tank said project by bringing up front a lawsuit in order to get her way. This is exactly why we haven't seen Locke and Banana, Key and Peele do any sorts of future endeavors. If your wife can turn some sort of disagreement that we have creatively into something that is totally like unnecessary, like a lawsuit, why would I want to work with you? You might be the best person in the world. You might be my creative soulmate. But if you are tethered to a headache, then I think that I wouldn't want to deal with you. But you're probably asking, okay, Omar, it can't be that serious. You know, maybe if they decide to figure things out, or, you know, maybe if they come to some sort of agreement.
I don't like her face. I'll say it. I don't like her face. I don't even feel like I trust her.
Then, hey, they can move forward with this. Well, it doesn't just work like that. Apparently, things got so bad with the company and Locke and his wife that the company decided they were just going to pay them outright to no longer be a part of the project. They didn't want to deal with the headache anymore. They cut the losses. But the problem with that is that when they severed ties with Locke and his wife, they retained Akilah's IP.
We're no longer in pre-production. We're waiting around. The thing I quit my dream job for is on hold. And they get back to us after a month and they say, hey, we paid them off the project, but you have to write a whole new pilot. And I'm like, at this point, well, fuck. Like, these are all our best ideas. And also, like, they're like, one day you can perform that for the internet, but like, we own the TV rights to that.
The reason why this is such a big blow is because if anybody's ever kept up with media or entertainment, or hell, have worked on a project, getting close to that deadline is extremely hard. Hell, even getting people to listen to you have an idea or an inkling of one is extremely hard in Hollywood. Akilah was almost at the finish line and it got yanked from underneath her. We're talking about time, effort, money, energy, creativity. All these things no longer remain on her side. This is where the bigger question gets involved. It's no longer, why did Key not want to work with Jordan? But it's more so, did people stop working with him because it comes with all of this? Think about
Nah, bro. I was thinking that same thing, bro. Like, he ain't gonna be good until they get the divorce, bro, because I've seen a few guys like this shit too, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, there's a certain point when you just gotta go ahead and take the reins for yourself, because I'll tell you right now, being in the game he's in, like, bro, no. If my wife won't funny, like, my wife, thank God, she's funny. You know what I'm saying? She has funny moments and shit like that. So I ain't gotta completely act her out the category. But if she wasn't funny, bro, you can't get involved here. Actually, the only input I'd want from her, for real, is, do you think this is funny? But I'm not gonna ask her how to make that shit funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sell my fucking self short. That's dumb. And then even worse, I just don't understand why he doesn't have any backbone, because clearly this is affecting you in a way. And now you got this dude settling for commercials and shit like that. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why give it all up for your, like, it's cool to love your wife, bro, but nah, like, nigga, this is business, bro. This is a different type of business, bro. Like, you letting her become executive producer on some shit she don't even understand, bro. Like, that don't make no sense. That's, you letting a monkey run the 7-Eleven? Like, goddamn.
What if we didn't get Out or Us or Nope because it was delayed at the cutting room floor because comedy comes in threes, because we got to give the audience a piece of candy or some other dumbass shit
That shit sound dumb.
Process, but because you want to be seen, people don't want to have to deal with that. And this is exactly why Akila's final words on the matter went viral.
What can be said, Locke? He's still playing, you know, I don't know, a frog in a movie. He never gets to be himself in public, and his partner has won Oscars. And everyone knows that his wife has ruined his career. It is diminishing returns. He's doing insurance commercials where there are other celebrities in it who are playing themselves, and he is playing a guy with a guitar.
Right.
Akila claims that Locke's partner has won Oscars, that Locke never gets to be himself in public, and everybody, and I do mean everybody, knows this is why his career is dead.
Crazy, bro.
Now, according to TMZ and Keegan-Michael Key's team and his wife, his team being his wife, they vehemently deny the story. They say that it's outlandish. They say that it's fabric.
Comics said trashing Keegan-Michael Key's wife is outlandish. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Like, this shit is super crazy. I don't think any, like, why? Listen, you know what they need to do? She need to tell them, let me release what we originally worked on, and then you could call me a liar. You know what I'm saying?
That none of it is true. But I'm going to call cap. That one sentence that Akila said gave a simple answer to a complex mystery. Maybe you just had to be there. But before the story, Key's career looked mad confusing. I'm telling you, these people were at the top of their game, the height of their heights, and were only projected to go upward. Hell, Key and Peele's show from Comedy Central still pulls millions of views to this day on TikTok, just rehashing clips. And Jordan Peele has made himself into a household name and now has the ability to attach his name to big name projects, which only few directors can do, and have them be the lead, even greater than actors that are a part of the project. And so after the story, the internet gets their explanation. Maybe the relationship around him made the collaboration harder than it needed to be. It's not proven by any means, but once the internet runs with the narrative, it becomes completely believable. Every missed Peele movie becomes evidence. Every questionable or failed project becomes a clue. And it's not like we haven't seen this before. Every wife narrative or every partner narrative around a person's career, when they start to go down this questionable twist and turn, is a tale as old as time. You see, because once your partner starts to become the explanation.
Look how young these dudes were, bro. Like, these niggas was babies in the game. Like, I'm sorry, there's no way you can't tell me this story isn't even a little bit true, because you guys were inseparable. Like, I'd never think about one of you without thinking about the other. You can't make a joke. Like, you don't make a joke and say Jordan Peele, LOL. No, you say Key and Peele. Whenever you talk about the show, you don't say the Key show. You don't say the Peele show. You know what I'm saying? Like, Key and Peele. Like, it was like cereal and milk, bro. This shit just went together.
For all these things, and your career is no longer judged on your work alone. Recently, Akash Singh from the Flagrant podcast, we know from various videos that have been done on this platform, had been getting murked on the internet, stepped away from the Flagrant podcast.
This guy.
I'm sure you guys aware, our boy Akash, he really went through it earlier this year, showed amazing resilience and, you know, selling out Radio City.
No, he did not.
Records in Toronto, just crushing stand-up around the globe. But the experience has put things in perspective for him, and he has made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod.
Now, Akash could have stepped away for many reasons. 9 years on a job is something that is commendable for a lot of people, and it's a long time. So maybe you move on to the next thing. But the internet, and myself included, can't help but think your partner, who recently became a part of the public spectacle, the conversation for the day, has tainted your image, especially because you went on that podcast and tried to frame yourself as one of these do-good relationship people, and your partner came in and kind of undercut all that, and now you want to step away from the limelight. It all seems so coincidental, right? The move could be more professional. The reason officially could even be true, but that does not not mean that the pieces won't be put together for this puzzle. The
That's a
conversation
fact.
shifts from, are you still funny? Are you still creative? Is this person breaking out, or all these other things? It starts to become, well, how is your wife affecting the dynamic between you and your audience? Is the relationship making you look weaker? Do people want to deal with you, not because you're hard, but because of the baggage that you come with, i.e. your partner? So when Akash leaves Flagrant, people don't view it as some sort of isolation. They view it through the lens of the relationship story that has been told online, where his partner is hindering him and making him look weaker about his life. This is how the Akash story connects to the Jordan Peele and Michael Keegan story. They're not identical exactly, but because it shows how quickly your wife or your partner can be a part of your narrative. Once your partner becomes public baggage, then even your professional decisions can start to look more personal. Now, don't get me wrong, the point is not, oh, wives ruin careers. I think that point is lazy. The real point is the influence that a partner can have. When I was younger, my mom always told me that you are a reflection of me just as I am of you, and then also whoever you bring into the fold is the exact same. Who you have in your inner circle, more specifically your partner, affects everything about you and how people see you. It affects who you cut off, how you handle conflict, how collaborators experience you, whether potential collaborators want to build with you again, or a good partner can protect these potentials. All these things come into play when you bring somebody into your fold, especially as a public figure. A good partner.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of y'all really need to listen to that, bro, because I'll tell you right now, I definitely would have married my wife if the homies couldn't fuck with her, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't talking about like my boy homies and shit like that. Like I have sisters and shit like that, and like there's women I'm close to in life who aren't, you know what I'm saying, aren't family, but might as well be. You know, I feel like a lot of that has to blend well, and it's not easy all the time. I'm not saying that shit like there's not times motherfuckers don't want to deal with, you know what I'm saying? It happens. It does happen. But those people just have to get to know your partner. Not like you know your partner, but they have to get to know them on a level where they're able to accept and deal with them. You know what I'm saying? The different shit. Like nobody's always gonna want to be around her or you or well, you know what I'm saying? It just be like that. But don't sit here and act like this person isn't causing some kind of turmoil within your personal life, like your friendships. I ain't gonna lie. Once this bullshit hit the money, oh nigga, we done. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm big on the money, bro. Once your bullshit starts hitting that fucking money, oh man. We raps, bro, because I ain't gonna lie. It takes a lot to get to a certain amount of money. Like, check it out. There's niggas even right now who've been working a 9 to 5 all their lives, right? Like, they haven't moved up. They haven't started their own shit. You know, there has been no personal growth. And some niggas are comfortable there, bro. But me personally, I have never been comfortable there. I've always wanted to make more money. Shit, half the reason I want to make more money is, you know, that's half the reason I started doing this shit. I'm trying to build my own shit. Shit, just look at Drewski, bro. This nigga started off making videos on the phone, building his own shit. Now his production quality looks so goddamn good, sometimes I'm watching a movie. It's just what it is, bro. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what it is when you're with somebody. You're still two separate people, bro. So if you willing to let this person fuck up your shit, y'all can be together. Fuck that. I have my own personal goals as she should have, or whomever the fuck you know what I'm saying? Whomever they are, your significant other should have their own personal goals. Now, I will say, me and my wife, we got kids, so some of those goals we have to be able to coalesce, including with the kids and shit, because now my kids are old enough, they got their own shit they doing. You know what I'm saying? We got to take niggas here, drop niggas there. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of things keeping me from doing something to a certain degree, but personally, that is still up to me not to let those things actually stop me from, you know, achieving what I want to achieve, including my wife, including my kids, including whatever the fuck it is. You do not let personal bullshit that is a roadblock if you will, stop you from fucking doing what you want to do. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what it is, bro. You don't let nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, bro. Not your wife, not your mother, not your kids, not your grandmother. You know what I'm saying? You don't even let heaven and earth stop you, nigga. Like, when you get your own goals and you trying to get in that bag, go get that bag. Fuck.
Partnership add to things. We've seen, whether it be with social media content or the movie theater industry, all these other places and spaces, dynamic duos, husband and wife, wife and wife, and anything in between. Hell, even brother and sister, father, daughter, father, son, all these different things. We've seen how those collaborations have birthed new and exciting ideas. But we've seen also in many situations where a partner can ruin everything for you, whether it be in, allegedly, the Keegan Michael Key and the Jordan Peele situation.
We don't know.
In the Akash situation with his wife. Hell, even in the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith situation.
Nah.
Who you choose to say I do to in death?
Nah, that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett shit that's something different, bro. She really hates that man, bro. She hates this nigga Will, and I don't know why, bro. Like, what did he do, man? You know what? And that's the thing. Since we were just talking about the Akash situation, I said that was going to be the last one. Damn, bro. There's, you know what? That's the thing. My eye is catching other stuff to fucking cover. But now we got to tap into Akash shit,
has
bro.
to 100% be the dumbest person to ever live and is not close by a mile. Akash's wife started a podcast and posted on social media consistently because being a wife of a multi-millionaire comedian who gives you everything was not enough. And she severely embarrassed him. She made him look like a fool. She told stories about her hooking up with various dudes. She told stories that made Akash look like a freaking simp and a whip and essentially ruined Akash's face card, name, and good reputation. She created a huge mess for Akash. Akash was not being viewed the same after the world seen a clip of his wife telling him to his face she wanted to have an orgy with his friend in front of him. Paired that with other clips of her talking about her whole history while also proclaiming to be a virgin. So Akash decided the best way to deal with this is instead of leaving the woman who's solely responsible for his good name, reputation, and face card being destroyed permanently, he's going to leave the podcast responsible for making him famous because he believes fame is why he's receiving the scrutiny. During his interview with Hot 97 a couple weeks ago, Akash told Hot 97 that this situation made him realize he doesn't want to be this famous. And he sat back and he looked at the scrutiny that came from the fans and the Reddit and these forums, and he doesn't want to deal with it anymore. And he doesn't want to chase the fame. And he's going to start doing things differently. Well, we'll review that interview a little later in this video. But the first step to doing things differently and getting outside of the limelight and this internet scrutiny, well, is leaving the podcast that made him famous, that made him a celebrity. He held so much resentment for the fan base that he helped curate that he didn't even show up for an episode that Andrew Schultz and his co-host was announcing that Akash will no longer be on the platform. He didn't even give the fan base a farewell. And that's because of the scrutiny he received during this situation from that fan base, how they roasted him, how every comment is them talking about Akash and his wife, how the comment section, how the Reddit has dug up a lot of things about Akash and his wife. And he has a certain level of hostility and resentment for that fan base. He hates them. He despises them. And that led to him walking away and him not even showing up for the last episode.
Bro, this be the worst part about some of these motherfuckers who do these podcasts, though. When shit turn on them, then it's, oh, woe is me. Nigga, you literally help cultivate most of the nonsense from these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not to say that you didn't, you know what I'm saying, help build the community, but their mindset it was also created by you. So, nigga, you I'm not even gonna say you're a product of your environment, motherfucker. You created an environment and now you don't want to live in it. You got to make up your mind, bro.
Where they'll be announcing he's no longer on the pod.
We got to address the elephant in the room, no pun intended, okay? As I'm sure you guys are aware, our boy Akash, he really went through it earlier this year, showed amazing resilience and, you know, selling out Radio City recently, setting records in Toronto, just crushing stand-up around the globe, and literally just like living the dreams that he would tell me about at 2 a.m. when we're eating fucking egg sandwiches at Veselka. So it's been amazing to see. But the experience has put things in perspective for him. And
Yeah.
he's made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod. It is bittersweet. You know, we wish that he did not want to do that. But at the same time, you know, it's very hard not to root for your friend, you know, literally living his dreams. And if he feels he's got to give everything to that, then that's exactly what he's got to do. And we're going to rock with him. We hope you guys continue to rock with him. Go check out the show. We saw the show at Radio City. It's phenomenal. You guys should absolutely go check it out. AkashSingh.com for tickets. So we just wanted to, you know, clear the air. Akash hasn't been on the pod for a while. We thought it was time that we, you know, talk to you guys about it.
They can sugarcoat this as much as they want, but there's a problem here. Akash didn't show up to announce he's done. He didn't have a farewell episode. That says something. That says there's a fractured relationship here.
I mean,
now, Akash, during the Hot 97 interview, spoke about how people in his life spoke on the situation. He didn't appreciate it. Andrew Schultz and Charlamagne God spoke on it. But to fully understand why this relationship is fractured, I think it stems well before this. I think when Akash went home and he had to reflect on how did he get to the situation where the world is exposing his wife, he thought back to the Fresh and Fit and Flagrant 2 episode. And he thought, damn, if I wasn't doing Flagrant, I wouldn't have gotten into this culture war with Myron Gaines, and that wouldn't have led to Myron Gaines having this vendetta against me for 5+ years that he then took out on my wife. So Flagrant was already the root of the issue.
That's true.
And then the Flagrant
as
2
well.
fans is, bro, if I thought we were brutal to Akash, go to the Flagrant 2 comments, bro. All right, go to the Reddit.
I don't want to do it.
They tormented Akash. Akash had to literally watch every Flagrant episode, go to the comment section, and it's an Akash joke about his wife.
Damn.
After a while, he grew resentment for the fan base and grew resentment for Andrew Schultz. When you watch the Hot 97 interview, it was almost as if he was speaking to Andrew Schultz directly when he spoke on, some people just love and obsessed with this fame stuff. And I thought, Akash couldn't possibly be talking about Andrew Schultz. But with him not coming back for his final episode, that tells me, yo, there's maybe some truth to my wild conspiracy that Akash and Andrew got beef.
Are you surprised at how many people were so quick to say something because they thought it was your downfall? Like, you're like, oh, that's how you really feel about
Yeah, I guess, I don't know if I thought it was, because I don't, this sounds like I'm being fake humble. I think because I'm surrounded by so many people so much more successful than me, I never see myself at any kind of peak. So to me, there's like no downfall to happen, because again, this is like the first time I thought, oh, I have some level of fame that what my wife says is newsworthy.
Right.
But so I don't think downfall. I think I was just like, oh, y'all just want this fame thing more than anything. And I've realized it's addictive, and it can, I think, lure you in before you realize it. You're addicted to it. And you're saying stuff
come
about,
on.
like, we're supposed to be really good friends, and you're saying stuff or letting stuff slide. And I'm like, you're not a bad person. You just really want the fame. And you might be kind of broken if you've seen the other side of fame and you've experienced it and you still want it. There's probably something wrong with you. I don't personally want that.
Ooh.
And he's only saying that because he had a bad experience, bro. Why the fuck did you let your, like, you can't control your wife's mouth. I will say that's kind of what the issue is. He couldn't control his wife's fucking mouth. Sad to say, like, I do not believe we should be controlling anybody, but she does not respect our relationship enough to know that she cannot leave the house and say this shit. Because you are a man. You know what I'm saying? You're a man constantly on the internet being looked at by thousands of people. And then not only that, your culture. A man in your culture there's no way you can be respected within your own culture after all this shit has come out. Because there are quite a lot of, I don't even know. I don't know what the fuck. What is Akash? I don't fucking know. But whatever he is, we all know he's definitely a different culture. Nonetheless, from the culture, I'm assuming he is by looking at him, because I don't feel like going and being for certain. I'm not trying to get canceled here. But, nigga, y'all on that side do not take that disrespect shit from women lightly. So there's no way in hell you're going to sit here and tell me, oh, the other side of fame, I just don't want to do that. If you've seen it, something's wrong with you. No, nigga. You got put in a tough spot because you couldn't get your wife to have even... I don't even know what to say. How much respect she could have had for you. It may not even make a difference now. She didn't have any for you. None at all, bro. Like, a woman who is willing to go online and talk about how promiscuous they was for years while you're singing their good graces on a different media or whatever fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a woman who doesn't care, bro. This had nothing to do with how bad fame was. This was never about fame. Don't actually make this about, oh, niggas like being famous and it's just crazy. Nigga, no, bro. Your wife put you in a position. You got caught with your pants down or with her pants down, and you wasn't there when her pants got. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just stop making it seem like this isn't some shit you wanted, nigga. You wanted this. You just didn't have somebody who knew how to play the back role and shut the fuck up. You got you a Jada Pinkett. That's what you got.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't realize this is where we're at now. Truly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm happy for you.
Oh, thank you.
Because that it's freeing.
Yeah, it is freeing.
It's freeing now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. But I think it's also revealing. I think it shows everybody's cards, right? When you go through something, you're like, oh, that's what you said. You have my number. You could have just called me.
My circle got a lot smaller. And you're in the circle, even though we don't hang out. It's like, yeah, but she didn't run her mouth. She didn't do it. She's on the radio every day or whatever. She could have done whatever she wanted, and she just didn't. Yeah. And that is a thing I admire. There's people I thought I was sure would run with this that didn't say anything. That I was like, oh, that's cool. I respect you for not just dogpiling and doing it for views.
I also think it's weird when people pull family in.
Yeah.
Right? Like for something that they don't know. And it's like now you're running with a whole narrative that like you don't even know is true.
Yeah.
And I have just, again, God humbled me maybe years and years ago. Like, I know what lies can do and what that pain can be. So I try to be as respectful as I can. It may not make me as popular, but I can sleep all right at night knowing, hey, man, I didn't do that when I could have. I could have kicked you in the back, but I never did that.
Right.
The worst part about being us is the fact of always saying niggas in like, oh, man, I could have done this, but I didn't. Bro, shut the fuck up. It's either you was going to do it and you didn't do it, or just shut the fuck up. Don't even tell me. Like, just don't tell me about it. Don't say nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas always want to pull straws on who's the worst person. It's not about that. If you're a good person, you don't think about stomping on somebody's name and shit like that. If you're someone who has some honor, you don't think about stomping on somebody's name and bringing a family into it. You know what I'm saying? That's the basis of what it is. Y'all got to stop trying to create these lines and levels of how bad you could be. No, nigga, when you wrong, you wrong. That's just what the fuck it is. When you do something wrong, you're wrong. That's just what it is. If you say something wrong, you're fucking wrong. If you lie, you just lie. There's no, oh, well, I could have lied, but I didn't because, but like, bro, like, y'all gotta stop all this gesturing and shit like that. Like, playing stupid ass games. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Like, that's so stupid to be like, oh, I could have. Nigga, you could have just been like, yeah, bro, I ain't that type of person, bro. I don't think that shit cool. And shut the fuck up about it. Like, I'll tell you right now, bro, niggas like her, she's a liar, bro, because I'll tell you this. Someone who fucking says I could have done XYZ, but I didn't, bro, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm the type of nigga, if I'm not even gonna have that type of thought to do something to you fucked up. If, you know what I'm saying? If that's just the type of person I am, like, I get angry, yes. Niggas upset me, yes. But I'm kind of more right there in that moment. Let's go ahead and handle it. Let me say my shit. We can get it over with. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to fight and do all that. But I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say and get it over with, because I'm not about to sit here thinking about this shit like next week or talking to somebody and been like, yeah, bro, I should have, could have done. No, bro, that shit is lame. Y'all niggas is lame. Y'all having a lame ass conversation right now with a lame ass, two lames having a conversation.
Well, this has to be hard because here you are headlining Radio City Music Hall, and you don't want to be famous, but you are.
Yeah, look, being famous for what you love to me is different. Like, I don't think I could ever sell as much as a Nate Bargatze. I think he's super funny, but I look at that and I'm like, oh, that guy's famous for the thing that he does.
Yeah.
Which is the thing that he loves. Not even the thing that he loves. He's famous for stand-up. That seems like a different thing, and that's like, okay, I love this thing more than anything on earth, and that is the cost of doing this thing I love more than anything on earth. But trying to chase the fame and being a part of some cultural conversation, I don't love that. I don't want that. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I'm good on all of that. Y'all can have it. Good for you. I don't want that. I want to be the best stand-up ever, and whatever comes with that, I'm willing to pay that cost. because that's the thing that I feel God put me here to do.
That right there is everything you need to know. That right there is why Akash is no longer on Flagrant. But it's stupid. Blaming Flagrant or blaming you giving your opinions on cultural conversations every week as the reason why you're getting this much shit. No, it's not. It's your wife. Your wife is why you're getting this much trash. Your wife is the reason behind this. Sacrificing like the biggest promotional vehicle you have instead of getting rid of the root of the problem, which is the wife, is crazy. And the thing with Akash, he dragged it out longer than it would have lasted. If Akash would have came back to Flagrant and continued podcasting and acted like this ain't bothering him,
literally,
we would have forgotten about this within a week. Within a week. Akash going on various podcasts, talk about how this tormented him, adding to the fuel, his wife coming back and doing her podcast, all right? Like adding to the fuel. That's why it took so long. But Akash just made the big mistake of his life. And the worst part about it, his wife is still going on platforms, like not giving a damn. I watched the last interview his wife did, and she talking like she ain't do a goddamn thing wrong, right? She don't give a damn what happened. She don't care about it. It's as if Akash is the only one taking like the brunt of this and the only one being affected by this and the only one who got.
But that's what was happening when the situation first started, bro. She never had any source of accountability. Like, bro, that's crazy as hell. You know what? It's just crazy, bro. You know, like, what is it? Recently, bro, like, I've been falling asleep. I've been tired of shit, right? Stand up late. Not even stand up late. Just doing shit. Just like, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Just fucking off. But, so, no, my wife isn't getting a little upset because she's like, damn, we supposed to do this. You keep falling asleep. I was like, okay, nigga, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I also have to, like, take accountability and be like, damn, like, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something to be accountable for. Like, nigga, you can't sit here and keep making it seem like you did nothing wrong. Like, you did something wrong to affect somebody. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've completely ruined this nigga's credibility as a fucking comedian, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, the difference between my situation and yours, I can talk to my wife and comfortably be like, damn, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Or just be like, I am doing that. Like, I ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can comfortably... Nigga, your wife is going on the internet and basically kind of like... I don't know. She's not letting this situation heal over for Akash. I don't think she ever will let it heal over for Akash, especially because she doesn't feel like she did anything wrong. Someone who doesn't feel like she did anything wrong, well... Or not even she, anybody who feels like they didn't do anything wrong is not going to act as if they did or treat a situation as if they did anything wrong. That's just what it is, bro.
To sacrifice something while the wife of his is still on TikTok, Instagram, doing her goddamn thing, being as flagrant as possible. No pun intended, but Akash got to leave the Flagrant podcast because he fears if he stays, you know, there's more eyes on him and he's going to receive more scrutiny and his family life is going to suffer because of it.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts, boys?
It's bittersweet because this is my brother. I love him. I was here day one of this podcast, and it's like, all right, we were started together and together. Bad boys for life.
Yeah.
In case
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, man, I'm proud of him. I'm just so proud, like being at Radio City and just seeing like just everybody was animated, like they loved it. Like, I'm just proud of him. And I think back to when we surprised him when I came home from Sweden.
Oh, yeah, his reaction was incredible.
His reaction, like he didn't even care the cameras are there, jumped up, gave me the biggest fucking bear hug. I didn't know he was that strong.
Yeah, for those of you guys, maybe newer listeners, Alex got locked up when we were on tour in Sweden, and we didn't tell Akash that he got out.
Yeah.
And then there's an episode where he just bursts in the room, and Akash sees him for the first time, thinking he was in jail the whole time, and Akash just goes crazy, and it was just pure love. It was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love you, brother, but, you know, we'll see each other, so it's all good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's cool to see all the venues he's selling out.
When you go to the subreddit, it kind of illustrates how absurd what Akash did is, because the subreddit is like, bro, we were just making jokes, bro. Like, yo, we actually rock with you, bro. But if,
that nigga said, I'm brown, Akash just ain't that guy. He doesn't have the it factor that other brown comedians have. What the fuck? That's a little. That's weird. I think that's a little weird. He doesn't have the charisma to overcome America's subtle racism. In short, there's a million white guys with no personality to choose. That's true. I'm brown and I have no idea what the hell. Yeah, bro, mad confused.
It felt like the jokes would never stop, and it felt like he was in a war when they was making fun of you because they liked you. So one person in the subreddit says, bro, I miss Akash. You guys on this subreddit are vile. And one person says, I'm brown. Akash just ain't that guy. What? He doesn't have the it factor that other brown comedians. This just a hater, man. But yo, people like missing, right? This got, what, 132 upvote? Now, if we go to other things right here, and one person says, rest in peace, Akash. So the rumor is true. Akash is gone from the pod. She won. And they're blaming the wife for this. If we go to the comment section.
I might have to.
Right. So somebody says, I think the clip of Schultz and Charlotte saying to keep your wife off the internet hit a little too close to home. It also explained why Akash didn't go onto the Breakfast Club to promote his special, despite him being friends with Charlamagne for years. I'm telling y'all, this might be it. If you guys don't know, they talked about this on the Brilliant Idiots. But the reason why I believe that this might not be it is because Akash still came back and did the episode on Flagrant with him and his wife and the boys.
Right.
So he couldn't possibly be upset at Schultz because he wouldn't have come back for this particular clip. Maybe like what took place afterwards and the fan base and the comments. But somebody says, this is pathetic of Akash. It's true. What happened to everybody get these jokes? Exactly. And he pissed at Drew for sitting by and letting see the guy say it. Even Flagrant didn't promote his Radio City stand-up much. He had to sell falafel on 6th Ave to sell.
Ooh.
Right. Hey, man. And all in all, Akash is going to regret this. It's a very dumb decision. It's stupid. I think leaving a hit podcast that was your #1 promotional vehicle for your stand-up career to what? To please a woman who has gone out of her way and taken every step to disrespect you and violate you. I don't know. It's stupid, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all feel like Akash made the right decision? Will Flagrant, ever be the same again? Do y'all feel like they should add one more person? Or do you guys feel like, the dynamic with Andrew, Mark? Akash gone. Mark does a very good job at being a B-Mic. I think Mark is a really, really, really great B-Mic. Now, Alex... I think Alex does great as well, but in terms of B-Mic, I wouldn't put Alex as the B-Mic. I'll put Mark. But y'all let me know, man. All right, if you guys enjoyed this episode, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out how this famous rapper is going to die in prison. He's never coming home after this new update from the feds.
Bro, this shit has been crazy, bro. Like, this man, bro, just... I don't even know if I feel bad for him. It's just like, nigga, what the fuck was you thinking, bro? Like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Blackball. Yeah. I do want to actually tap into this Dana White shit. Because Dana White has been around for a long time. I just want to see what the fuck is going on with his whole Trump thingy. Let's check it out, man. Fuck it.
This Dana White Breakfast Club appearance was an absolute nightmare. He started panicking, hyperventilating. When they started to ask the hard questions, he was stuttering and didn't know what to do. They absolutely cooked him. The first thing they interrogated him about was his relationship to Trump and all the horrible things Trump is doing. Now, if you're Dana White, you kind of have to expect them to ask you about Trump. I wasn't surprised they asked that question, but I was surprised at how unprepared Dana White was to answer the question. Now, another question they asked that I was actually shocked this time around they did ask was Dana White putting hands on his wife. They asked about Dana White slapping his wife on camera.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Another question that if you're Dana White, shocked they asked, but you have to be expecting it. I was also very shocked at how unprepared Dana White's answer was.
You were on the Katie Miller podcast, and you said in regards to your relationship with Trump and has it cost the UFC?
Still images, because
I don't know the answer to that question. I've gotten to a point in my life, especially after COVID and all that nutty that went on during that time, that I only want to be in business with and talk to people that I'm aligned with.
Well, I don't know about talk to people that I'm aligned, but I want to do business with people that I'm aligned with for sure.
So you're aligned with Trump on what exactly?
Well, Trump is a good friend of mine. I mean, I've been friends with him for 25 years. Mm-hmm. Friends. I mean, he just happened to become the president of the United States. Mm-hmm. And he and I have never had he had us at the Trump Taj Mahal. When we first bought this company, the stigma that was attached to this thing, you can imagine, think about this. It wasn't allowed on pay-per-view. You as a grown adult didn't have the option to buy it on pay-per-view. Porn was on pay-per-view. The UFC was not allowed on that was the uphill battle we had. So you can imagine venues didn't want us because these guys were like, what kind of people will show up to watch this kind of an event? and he had us at the Trump Taj Mahal for the first 2 fights, 30 and 31, UFC 30 and 31. And then after we did those 2 fights, first he showed up for the first fight of the night and stayed till the end for both events. And you think the Trump brand then and the UFC brand, and every good thing that ever happened to me in my career after that, he was always the first guy to reach out.
The answer at first appeared to be pretty concrete, and it felt like an answer that Dana White's PR team kind of wrote up for him. Hey, man, if anybody asks you about all the horrible things that Trump is doing and you being linked to it, just say he's your friend and you're just being loyal. But Charlamagne the God, and I have to give Charlamagne credit, and I don't give him credit enough, but Charlamagne the God has really sharpened up his skills, man. Charlamagne the God was able to talk Dana White into a corner. Because the thing is, Dana White and a lot of these dudes who are actually far right, they love to masquerade as middle of the road. I'm a moderate. You know what? I'm kind of left leaning. But none of these dudes are left leaning. None of these dudes are moderates. These dudes are alt-right, far-right extremists, all of them, right? But they love to pretend as if they're middle of the road. So Charlamagne the God does a really great job at challenging that. At challenging the, I'm left leaning, I'm actually moderate, I don't know why they call me far right. He challenged that. And he forced Dana White into a corner where Dana White had to do either one of two things. Admit Trump is actually horrible and that Trump is doing some evil things, or admit that you are a hypocrite.
So then when he was running in 16, he called me and asked me, would you speak for me at the Republican convention? And everybody told me not to do it. Don't do it. This is going to be bad.
Don't do it.
And he's never going to win and all that kind of stuff. But this was a guy that was always good to me and, always treated me well, and I did it.
I can understand that. That's your friend. But when your friend has a disapproval rating of 62%, right, record high, people say they don't like his handling of the Iran war, the economy, cost of living for people. Why can't you tell your friend he's failing the people? As a friend.
True. He's the president of the United States.
Still your friend, though.
And yeah, I know. But for me to get involved in, it's like if your friend had I'm sure people disagree with you that are friends with you, and everybody has friends that you just doesn't mean you're not friends with them anymore. It doesn't mean that you're.
Oh, no, I didn't say you shouldn't be friends with him. I just said, why can't you tell your friend he's failing the people? Because these are the same people who make UFC a success. Everyday working class people who support your sport.
You're never going to have a president that sits in the White House that everybody approves 100% of everything they do, and not everything is always going to be perfect. You're going to have some things that work out great and a lot of things that don't. It's no different than running a business or any other thing. Nobody's ever going to be absolutely perfect.
Oh, I agree.
When they're the president of the United States.
Can you tell your friend when he's...
Yeah, we talk about a lot of things, but I don't try to get into...
Trust me, he just began stuttering. It's just heating up. He already started with the or talking like...
Bro, that nigga Dana White then walked into a fucking Shark Tank, bro.
Poetic Flacco. Bro, you don't stutter. That's me. The or. Nah, you don't stutter. Why you stuttering now? But it's just beginning. The weasel even try to go with the, I don't get into politics like that. Nah, nigga. Nah, bro.
Nah, bro. Because let me tell you something. Dana White definitely gets to the fucking politics. I know this nigga ain't fucking, hey. Bro, hey, eat him up, bro. Because what the fuck? This nigga is corny.
You endorsed him. You co-signed him, right? You told your people to vote for him. They treating this like, listen, man, I don't agree with everything my friends do, but I still support. Bro, this is not like your friend stole, I don't know, like your friend robbed a bank or something. And you're like, I don't support my friend robbing a bank, but I'm going to still stand by him and support him if you need me. Your friend bombed a school filled with little girls in it.
All right. I need, what? I'm going to have to look up this school bombing. It must have only had little girls in it, bro, because this is like the third time I didn't have this nigga yelling on my screen about little girls, bro. I'm not trying to be funny. It's just a little weird.
And then lied about it before being forced to admit that, yeah, we did it, but it was an accident. No, your friend murdered hundreds of little girls. Niggas treat this shit like some normal shit. As
it had to be an all-female school.
Committing a genocide. They treat this as it's some normal stuff. No, it's not. This is not the normal circumstance where you could stand by. That's my homie, man. I don't agree with what he's. What? Your homie is protecting billionaire pedos by refusing to drop certain documents in the Epstein. Tell them to drop the Epstein files completely. Unredacted. Tell them. Redact only the victims' names. They won't. So your homie is protecting pedos. Your homie is bombing schools with little girls in a war that doesn't benefit us at all. But yet you think you can still get by with that's just my friend, man. I'm going to support him if I can.
But don't be a glazer, though.
Don't be what?
A glazer.
Don't be a glazer.
Somebody that just tells him he's great. A yes man, basically.
Yeah.
You gotta tell him when he's...
I don't think anybody's ever accused me of being a yes man.
Okay.
But listen, I'm not an overly political person either.
Are you part of the MAGA movement culturally? Do you align with their ideologies and their values?
I consider myself right down the middle or leaning a little liberal, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks I'm some far right guy because of our relationship.
Yeah, because it's interesting. Most CEOs try to stay politically neutral to protect the brand. You almost seem kind of like proud to be political, I guess.
Not proud to be political. I mean, I'm just
Proud
saying
to
that
be
this guy is my
political.
friend, and nothing is perfect. And whoever is the next president, right or left, isn't going to be perfect either.
People say that you're the reason why a lot of young male voters, because of you have seen everything that you have, voted for Trump, and that was something that, like, even if you didn't mean to do, it was widely talked about, and you still leaned into helping his popularity in the space.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
But that gets political then.
Yeah. I guess.
So you're responsible for the high tariffs and the high inflation costs, and
I guess so. I guess if that's the way you want to
you're
look at it,
responsible for
it's all my fault.
No, you're responsible for people's healthcare getting cut. I'm just saying, like, that's what you're essentially saying.
Okay.
Jesus.
I mean, that's not the way I look at it, but I guess
That's not the way I
can see
look
why
at
you
it,
would
but-
look at it that way, and you could, frame it like that.
I'm not even overly political myself, but some of these issues you can't be offended on. You just can't be, man. A school of little girls got bombed. They first started to lie and say, oh, it's not our missile. Once it was confirmed it was our missiles that did it, now all of a sudden, well, it's a mistake. No, somebody got to be held accountable for it. Somebody got to go to jail for these war crimes. And if you're somebody who's seen these things go on and seen like casualties like this and seen little girls get murdered over a war we have no business even participating in,
Right.
and you sit by and you say, well, I still see the good in you're just evil, to be honest. Right? So people like Dana White, they're despicable, they're evil, they're disgusting. Now they moved on and they began to ask Dana White about the video that dropped of him slapping the living ish out of his wife.
Slap the shit
Now,
out of his
Dana
wife.
White had
boy.
a PR answer prepared, but they didn't turn off the heat. Dana White, when they began to ask more questions, boy, Dana White started fumbling, started scraping, started panicking, started stuttering. They really got the best of him with this exchange.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Was there a conversation with your sponsors or anybody on the business side when that video went viral of you and your wife in the club?
Yeah.
And with the slapping, with you slapping her slapping you?
Yeah.
When they reached out to you, what did they, like, how did that conversation go?
We didn't have any sponsor problems during that. I think that
Of course
you
not.
know, my wife and I jumped on that immediately, and again, that was more of a we had to deal with our kids.
But you did.
I did.
You think being the boss protected you from consequences
No.
that employees or athletes
No,
would survive?
definitely not.
No, definitely, Dana. Come on.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You made choice publicly not to excuse yourself from the brand.
You chose publicly to not what?
To excuse yourself or give yourself a
Nobody
you said,
can
well,
100%.
yeah, like,
Well, listen, there's a board of directors. There's there's other people that are involved that could have pushed for that, but yeah.
But why
think that-
didn't they?
And obviously they think too. It would have hurt the company more if I did step away.
No.
And you've disciplined fighters for public behavior that was unbecoming to the company.
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm probably the most lenient, the most lenient guy in sports when it comes to dealing with, whether it's free speech or bad things that happen. And, I'm in the fight business. It's not like I run Microsoft. You know what I mean? So.
The fuck does that
What standard
mean?
did you hold yourself to in that moment?
Yeah, listen, obviously, that's not, that's not what it was.
You talking like me. You was talking perfectly. They get to asking, okay, you put hands on your wife. Now, if your fighters did it, what would their consequences be? You would usually kick them out of the UFC, right? You would, deliver some stiff consequences against them. Well, what were the consequences you delivered upon yourself? Then you said, well, I would do this to them because, they didn't meet the standard of the UFC. Okay, then what standard did you break? What were your consequences? And his PR team didn't prepare him for this. His PR team didn't give him a good answer because there is no good answer. There is no good answer for you put hands on your wife. You suffered zero consequences for it. You didn't even get a layoff or a suspension. You didn't even give yourself a 1-week suspension away from the company. You said that, again, if your fighters did this, they will put the integrity of the brand at risk and there will be consequences. But yet you're saying when you do it and being the face of the brand doing this, there's no consequences.
There's nothing.
At all. Well, what type of standard are you holding yourself to? And he gets to fumbling and stuttering. And I understand that somebody who stutters myself just naturally, there is no good answer for this. Charlamagne the God really did a great job at boxing this man in.
Yeah, I mean, it's as bad as it could get. I mean, I hold myself to, I would never in a million years think that was going to happen. And I say this all the time. Nobody knows you better than your kids do.
Mm-hmm.
And, your kids, whoever you really are, your kids see it. They hear it, everything that goes on at home. And,
How did they react to that incident?
My oldest son didn't talk to us for like 4 days. We had to, and.
How old was he at the time?
Huh?
How old was your oldest son at the time?
He was in college, so, he was 19 probably. Yeah.
Wow.
1920. And we the first thing that her and I did was handle the situation with the kids. And then obviously I had to handle the business side of the whole thing. But yeah, we handled the kids first. Tell you, before that happened, I would have told you there's never, that would never happen to me. And there will never be a scenario that could ever play out where I would be a part of that. It would just never happen. And it did. And you have to, I mean, if that's who you are and that's what you do and that's what you've done and that's normal to you, then you don't feel the way that I feel about it. I'm trying to explain this to you in the best way possible, So as a young man.
But this man was trying his hardest to swim, man. Shout out to Charlamagne the God, man. This was a fantastic performance, bro. I'll give it to you, man. This was a fantastic performance, bro. Had this man on the pressure cooker for like a solid 15 minutes, bro. Couldn't dance.
Yeah, that nigga ain't know what to say.
Cornered him, bro. Shout out to Charlamagne, man. Dana White, listen, I ain't got nothing personal against Dana White. For the most part, I don't think Dana White is a terrible human being. I think a lot of these dudes, they get in bed with the devil and they really don't know how to get out of it. All right. They get in cahoots with some very, very, very bad people, man. And they essentially feel stuck. And that's where I think Dana White is, man. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys feel about this? Y'all think Dana White got a point, or y'all think Dana White is an absolute sellout? Let me know, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here somewhere.
Said, do I think? I'll tell you that right now. Dana White is definitely a big time sellout, man. But hey, that's not even what we here for. It's like I said, bro, I actually have said I was gonna be done. Bro, it's been 2 hours, bro, just covering stuff. But you know what? I got time for one more. Why not, man? Why the fuck not?
3, 2, 1, action. Okay, flops and scene. I mean,
what the hell?
Aren't even trying to hide it anymore. I mean,
hold on, bro. We not going to be flopping like that, bro. No.
Refs are just wow. Even JJ Redick is irate. He is tired of the refs BS. He calls him out. What do you think happens? This guy gives him a tech. Like LeBron,
of course he does.
Barely touches Alex Caruso. He flops. Oh, what do you think happens next?
They can't keep getting away with this.
Shout out D Green with this, man.
Hey, shout out D Green, yeah.
Bro, no exaggeration. This is by far the most rigged sporting event I've ever watched in my life, bro. Like game one, at first, I thought the referees were only rigging it for SGA. But turns out that the entire OKC roster does this shit, bro.
Bro, this... Stop, bro. No.
Literally, bro, all the referees are in on it. My third eye is open. I know exactly what's going on, bro. I told y'all that Jarrett McCain was under the referees' comments, bro.
Come on.
This is completely shameless activity, bro. Where do I even start? Let's get into it, bro.
Stop, bro.
Since when does LeBron not have a whistle at all?
Oh, hell!
The shit out of my goat, bro. If this was SGA, it would have been called a flagrant. And y'all,
he fouled the fuck out that nigga.
I guess they're trying to make OKC the new dynasty. Like, notice that they're pushing OKC throughout everybody's algorithm. Bro, ain't this the light-skinned Duke Dennis?
Hold on, this nigga didn't even make it up off the floor yet. Look at him.
This nigga right before the game.
Thank you,
I got a playoff game later. You need to show me some bullshit. Like, what agenda are y'all trying to push, NBA? Bro, I ain't never seen LeBron get this mad at a referee. In the first quarter, by the way, bro. The game just started. So that's how you already know they're on some bullshit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at shit hologram.
Nah,
Nobody
bro.
touched you. DeAndre shit did not hit you, bro. SGA has
the flop.
Team.
Why are we letting them get away with this?
How to flop. This nigga, this is not fair. Shit hologram is reaching for his mouth. Somebody please show me where he got hit in the mouth. Help me. Like, this roster has absolutely no shame, bro. And all you OKC fans, y'all are really gonna tell me this is legit, bro? Shit hologram. You're fucking 7'3", bro. You're too tall to be flopping. My nigga,
bro.
you know it's bad when the official Foot Locker page is calling out OKC, bro. Even Foot Locker knows what's going on, bro. I promise you.
Shit,
If
bro.
the Lakers would have lost fair and square, I'm a man, bro. I can accept the L like a L. But when we're playing against the referees, it's not watchable, man. SGA, you're a bitch, bro. You started all of this, man. I hope you know that, bro. Look at SGA.
A flagrant one called on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Y'all know Austin Reeves just came back from injury. He's trying to injure him again. Nigga, stop trying to act so clueless. You are not getting free throws out of this, bro.
Stop
I'm not
it.
gonna lie, SGA needs to be out the NBA, bro. I don't know what the fuck they be doing over there in Canada, bro, but leave that shit in Canada, bro. You're ashamed.
Oh, nah. You just trying to break my nigga arm.
Dislocated this nigga's arm, bro. Oh my God, bro.
What the fuck?
I hate the Thunder, bro. You know what? I'm not even calling y'all the Thunder, bro. Y'all are the floppers. Your name is not SGA. Your name is FTA. I'm tired of these niggas, man. Bro, look at this. Look at this. Like, the refs are just completely making up calls at this point, bro. This man Austin Reeves, threw DeAndre shit in the lob. And the refs call offensive interference? What? Bro, this is laughable at this point, bro. They're literally calling shit out their ass, bro. Like, the refs aren't even trying to hide it anymore, bro.
Bro.
Like, their third eye doesn't even have to be open to see what's going on, bro. Like, I knew the NBA was rigged, but I thought they would do a better job at hiding it at least. And look, what's this dude's name? Ashton Mitchell? SGA got his whole team flopping. Like, SGA, what are you so happy about, bro?
What the
nigga,
fuck?
See what's going on. This nigga's happy that they built a flopping culture, bro. You started this, man. I've never seen LeBron this upset ever, bro. Ever. LeBron was literally arguing with Caruso during the game, bro. At the free throw line.
Bro. Nah, I was hear that shit.
Y'all remember Caruso played with he used to play on the Lakers and he got a ring with the Lakers. And now Caruso done went to OKC and he's turned into a complete bitch, bro. Alex Caruso, you lost all my respect, bro. LeBron won you your first ever championship, and then you thought you were somebody because you flopped and got your second championship. Bro, back in the early 2000s, Alex Caruso would be a janitor, bro. And yep, this is the final straw. This was the last play before I turned off my television. LeBron literally made a fadeaway, got fouled. This is supposed to be an and one, an obvious continuation foul. And the refs wave off the point, bro. Look at JJ Redick. Like I said, at this point, I just completely stopped watching the game. What the fuck? Bro. I obviously see what's going on. Everybody sees what's going on, bro. And apparently after the game, Austin Reeves literally presses the referees, bro. Never in my life have I seen a team have a full meeting with the referees after the game, bro, on the court.
God.
And look at OKC. They're watching and laughing because they're all in on the script, bro. Wake up, people. They're doing it right in our faces, man. Hey, no scuffing up number 2 shoes. 2 free throws, SGA. And no, yeah, if you haven't noticed by now, this is D Green's second channel.
All
D
right.
Green Live. On this channel, you're... Shout out to D Green with this, man. Hey.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know who this 2K referee is, but he obviously needs to be fired, bro.
Nah,
Austin Reeves says that's some bullshit for you to talk to me like that. And then look, he says, pussy. Yeah, AR, that's my demon. Like I said, bro, this entire series is not legit. So if LeBron gets swept, it does not affect his legacy, bro. This is not a legit series. Remind you, he's 41, by the way. Look, these reps are so soft. Look, they really teched up JJ Redick for what? These emotional ass reps. These reps.
Nah, that was crazy.
Their wives be sleeping with other men. Shit. And then they take it out on the NBA court and start cheating. Their wives be cheating at home, so they decide to cheat during the NBA games, bro. My third eye is open. I know exactly what goes on, bro. All these referees have FanDuel accounts, prize picks, and all that, bro. Bro, let's get into this box score before I really start violating. Hey, man, I should have another video dropping on the main channel today, bro.
Crazy.
If you're not subscribed to the main channel, you're definitely a certified weirdo. Yet again, my GOAT has a good game. 23, 2-6, 50% from the field. He's 41 years old, bro, against the defending champs and these cheating-ass referees, bro. This is a solid game
yeah, that was a
LeBron.
solid game for Bronny.
Look, LeBron made all his free throws. So just imagine if these cheating-ass refs actually called everything they were supposed to. LeBron would have had at least 30 easily. Rui Hachimura,
bro,
consistent every single game, bro. Man, Rui Hachimura, you go so underappreciated, man. You deliver every single night, man. Like, Rui Hachimura legitimately deserves a ring, man. He brings that shit every night, bro. Every night. I love Rui, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
They got 3
bro,
fucking
this has
points.
To be a typo, man. 27 minutes, bro. DeAndre shit, and you have 3 fucking points, bro. Weirdo. Now, I understand the refs were calling some bullshit, bro. I understand, man. But please get off my team, bro. I don't care about those 10 rebounds. Literally don't know how you're still in the NBA, bro. You know what, man? No more raging, bro.
Sure.
Bro,
Nah,
this
they
is my
might.
last game
They might need to get that
for the rest
nigga.
of the season, bro.
They might need to get that
Why
nigga
would
up.
I rage over a game that's not even legit. Marcus Smart, 14 points. Yet again, you're fucking selling, bro. I understand the foul calls, but my nigga, you're 1 of 7 from 3, bro. Austin Reeves, this is the demon that I know. After that historically terrible performance, you still dropped 31 points.
Great. Damn.
While playing 5v8 against the referees in the OKC.
No, that's crazy. That's a nice amount of points.
Out, Austin Reeves. That's my type of response.
Come on.
And yet again, man. Like I said,
bro,
no more raging, but Jake
125,
is
107 is
crazy. In the
crazy.
2026 NBA playoffs, bro. He played 10 minutes and had the same amount of points as I had last night. Don Connect literally played 2 minutes and had more points than Jake Laveria, bro. I'm not going to keep going over this again,
Oh,
JJ Redick.
come on,
no joke,
bro.
JJ Redick is the worst coach in NBA history, bro. Go back to podcasting with LeBron, bro. You are not an NBA coach. Jackson Hayes, 6 points. Luke Kennard. Okay, Luke Kennard finally reached double-digit points. Bronny played 2 minutes. Help! Should have gave those Jake Laveria minutes to Bronny, bro. Go to OKC's. Frankenstein had 10 points. Nigga never missed a floater before. Yet again, shit hologram has over 20 points, bro. 22 and 9. Shit hologram can't do 10 push-ups. But I see you flopped your way and got 7 free throws, huh? Shit hologram, you lost all my respect, bro. You will never, ever be on Wemby's level, bro. I hope you know that, bro.
Nah, he
And
did
your
flop
ring
the
is
fuck
not
out of it.
legitimate. FTA had 22 points. Of course, you led your team in free throw attempts. Lou Dort, nigga literally goes out there and plays football and has 3 points, bro. This shit's laughable, man. Lou Dort, you're a football player,
What
bro.
the fuck? You shot that nigga in the head?
Had no talent, bro. You went out there and was just breaking shots and fouling niggas, huh? You had 3 fucking points. This shit's laughable, bro. Like I said, no more raging when I know it's not legit, bro. I will no longer let the NBA affect my emotions,
Nah,
bro.
okay.
Ashton Mitchell, what? This guy just got moved up from the G League last
20?
week. This nigga dropped 20 points? Like, come on, bro. It's obviously not legit. I don't care about any of these stats, bro. Light-skinned Duke Dennis had 7 points.
Light-skinned Duke
Caruso, 5. Like, Jared McCain had what? 18 points in 8 minutes? All right, man. This zesty nigga has a zen, bro. And we already seen he's a dirty player. You notice that they're trying to push this TikTok agenda? Jared McCain's not even supposed to be on this roster, bro. And remind you, Jared McCain be sleeping with the referees, bro.
Excuse me.
What do you mean you are so tough? Nigga literally has behind-the-scenes relationships with the refs, man. Now, anybody that supports this brand of basketball, you are the problem, bro. Simple. Don't ever try to compare SGA to Kobe or any of the greats, bro. This is by far the worst officiated NBA game I've ever seen in my life, bro. By the way, this does not
facts.
legacy in any way. LeBron just might retire after this, bro. He does not want to return and play in this type of league. He's already got his son in the NBA on the same team. He has nothing else to prove to these OKC floppers.
True.
Targets on my back, I carry it now, and I feel like Bronny James. Niggas tried to get me out the league, but I got my daddy name. Ain't had no other choice but fill this Glock with lead and let it spray.
Nah, bro, cause hey, bro, what the fuck? Hey, YouTube has been crazy today. Oh man, that was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, bro. I don't even want to get back on Angel Reese, bro. I made that one video, bro. I'm just like, But yeah, they got some shit up here, bro. The fuck is she doing? Fuck wrong with her? Yeah, somebody tell that bitch in the house. Alright, yeah, bro. I think we're gonna go ahead and end this one. This is 2 hours, though. There's a lot of footage for me to go through, so like, trust me. There's a lot of shit we got to put out. But yeah, man, it's been great. Thank y'all for tapping in and joining. Thanks for all the comments. I will be back on for sure. We got to do that. But let me see. I can't even see my YouTube ones. But yeah, man. Everybody is crazy. I don't know, bro. I think there's just way too much shit going on right now. But all I know is y'all stay safe. Y'all be careful. Y'all love y'all loved ones. Don't cheat on your wives. Don't slap your kids. And make sure y'all niggas are trying to get more money. That's the goal. More money. All right, y'all. We out.